What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. Listen up now, because we're never dropping out. Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt. We've been thinking for ourselves, never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves, we won't let the world burn away. Burn away, we feel betrayed. We were raised to
Hey. Shane Phelps. I didn't hear Shane singing. No. Shane Phelps from like Liberty Warrior. Shane.
face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack, we kill it anyway.
I know that Frank's live right now. Hell, it's not even technically insurance as far I don't think, but he goes to the doctor tomorrow. My dad goes to the doctor tomorrow. I didn't change the bandage today for a certain reason, but he goes to the doctor tomorrow. I'm trying to skim through it right now. See if I can find singing in it. I don't know how long ago it was. Oh, Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Wow, why are you like 4 octaves too high? Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Jesus Christ. He's going Amarillo by morning. Like it's something's going on there. I don't think it's that high, brother. Or that shaky. Everything that I've got is just what I got on. Oh, no. Chill. It's just the title. I'll explain all of it. It's the title. Rumble. Why did he do locomotion again? I don't know. Somebody said that, I don't even know who it is, but that person, Nurse Mom, called him out and said he's not making car videos anymore because he doesn't have a license. And then said that, oh, I see you made a video because I called you out, but it was only short and you were on back roads or some shit. I'm not sure. We got about 10 seconds left. Please share the stream. We're about to be serenaded by Shane Phelps. Let me kill the music. I like Amarillo by Morning is a pretty good song. I like some old country music. I like I like Garth Brooks' Rodeo. What is the name of that other song? I can think of the words, but I'm much too young to feel this damn old. That's a pretty good song. I used to listen to that all the time. It's a good place to end the music right there. It stopped naturally on its own. There we go. Music is dead. Let's see what we can get going here. I've got my Healy device turned up to 9. Okay? Turned up to 9. So we should be good. If I have any back pain, it's because I'm literally being stabbed by the people who took my credit card number down at the Healy Mega Store located in Utah. So either way, let's get started here. Timer's done. That's done. Everything's shared out. Here we go. Roll that intro footage.
Hey, everybody. It's Kim Cookold here. Listen up. I know I promised my family that I wasn't going to disclose any more of my God dreams. But this very important message came through, and I have to tell you guys what's going on. Okay. In my God dreams, I was told very clearly that you must subscribe to Cold Beer Confessional.
That's what God told her, not me.
And Twitch and all of the other ones. I don't know which. There's a lot of them. Subscribe and hit the bell, the notification bell, and hit the likes on it. Now listen, I don't like Cold Beer Confessional. I don't like Will Bird. I think he's an asshole.
Bird.
But you have to, you've got to do what God dictates in the God dreams. I fear the wrath of God, and so does Uncle Tessie. So subscribe to Cold Beer Confessional today. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
I am the wrath of God, Jarvis, the devil's grandson. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm also known as Will Bird, and this is the Cold Beer Confessional, where we try to make the truth known. Well, other people run around and lie and cheat and steal, trying to benefit themselves. Thank you all for joining us. I had a small gaming stream earlier. I know a lot of you are there. I appreciate it. We played some more of the video game we've been playing that's set in the world of Harry Potter, which is pretty interesting. I have fun playing that game. It's pretty nice. Someone asked earlier about my dad's the wound on his foot. He's got this stuff. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's another kind that dissolves, that has like some protein structure and some.
Kicking at 12 just subscribed.
Thank you for the subscription. It has like protein structure and collagen in it, and that wasn't dissolving. So the big concern was keeping the wound dry, but because it has been dry the last 2 times I've changed it, but that stuff is supposed to dissolve. So I read on the manufacturer's website, if it hasn't dissolved, either use less or leave it in for another day. But they typically, as long as there's no worry about the wound, like a discharge from the wound or the wound staying wet, they usually leave it in for like a week. So this will be the 3rd day it's in instead of every 2 days, and we go back to the doctor tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get a good report. They're trying to get him in for some, it was a brand name, but basically it's not like a skin graft, but it is like a artificial skin, but instead of like grafting over something and covering a hole, it like goes down and seals to the wound, and they would do all the bandaging, all the dressing, all the changing of bandages. They would do all that because it is once a week. But they got to make sure it's dry and free of infection first. So that's what we're working towards, and they're trying to get it approved through his insurance. So I'll let you guys know more about that tomorrow. It's not getting worse. It just the doctors don't think it's getting better, so that was part of it. Either way, thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Let me turn the camera around here. There we are. Chat on screen. If you want to support the show, the best thing that you can do is like, share, subscribe, send the link somewhere, participate in the chat, say something, introduce yourself if you never spoke here, whatever you can do. All those things would be good. if you want to help support the show. The more people that engage, and engagement is again like, sharing, commenting, watching the whole video. The more people that engage, the more people that see it. Actually, for some strange reason, my game stream earlier today was getting recommended. We had a couple people. I could see people coming in and then staying for a little bit and bouncing out, which is fine on a game stream, especially. But a couple people told me that they had been recommended after watching like some big name streamers, which was nice. Now, this YouTube channel probably never gets recommended, but maybe we do on Twitch or on Facebook or Rumble or something. So please like, share, all that stuff. We were sent a serenading clip in case you guys were interested in hearing some music. Now, I was really concerned with playing this clip because I thought, man, this is so dead on. This is so dead on. I'm gonna get busted for a copyright strike, but I think we'll be all right. This is a good friend of the show, country music artist Shane Phelps, good friend of the show. So see if you recognize this timeless classic here. Here we go.
But he's still struggling too. You know, he's still struggling.
Yeah, he's in a Sibian saddle.
Needs to be for his lady friend and that child.
So he's talking about Ken Carson, the musician.
You know what? I think he'll figure it out.
I hope the clip's still here. I thought the clip was right here.
Good way to be, brother. Love everybody.
Oh, shit. Did I move it back too far?
I will listen to him.
I enjoy everybody, Shane. If
Damn it.
That's the second time she's put it in. Now that I know all of them. It is one of my good. I do love that song.
Here we go. I thought I lost it. I think it's here.
2 hours south of me. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. I ain't got a dime, what I got is mine. I ain't rich, but Lord, I'm free. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo's where I'll be. That's about all I know of that one without.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got backup here, Mr. B.
fill in for you.
Well, thank you for filling me up.
Now, I don't know how much they sang. Somebody just came in chat and said something about it.
See, I told you Shane's got a good voice.
No, Shane just tries.
Shane did a good job. Good job, Shane.
Well, Carol,
There you go. I can do this.
it's impossible. You not only have to have the sound, you have to have the look. You have to know somebody that knows somebody.
Oh, they asked them why don't they don't become famous singers.
They just didn't shake it just right. It's a record. He cut an album in Branson. Show that plays midnight on
Yeah.
all the covers, every one of them.
Someone in his chat just asked. Now listen. Yeah, he does sound like he's been drinking, but he's having a good time. I don't care if he drinks. Fuck, I used to drink like a fish. Is someone in their chat, Elaine James, just asked, and I quote, "Is it true Marines and National Guard serve the constitutional America, but the Army and Navy serve the corporate America?" I just heard that last week. Sounds right. Got it.
I'm 9.
He's better than Derek Johnson.
He was not known as a bull ox, but
Because I don't write a old VH.
I don't know if they sing anymore or not.
No pills for me.
not that I got anything to pipe sell.
Pretty good, though. Good job, Shane. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for singing. We also have, I like Shane. I'm poking fun at him, but I mean, he seems like a good guy. He keeps saying stupid shit about me, but he's like, well, they've been really, really mean to me. No, I've said that you fucking lied. I've said the reason that you were fired from Liberty Warrior. I said that you fucking lied. You even admitted to one of your lies, and you said you just was misinformed because you didn't do enough research, which what really means is you didn't do research and you lied to everybody on the show about Phil Godlewski and his court case. But whatever. Either way, thank you guys for joining us. If you want to support the stream financially, you can do that as well. That is at coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund, coldbeer.fund. And you go there. It's this website here. The most important part of the website is actually not the donations. It is above that, just below the title where it says support the Cold Beer Confessional. Follow me somewhere else. I will get banned, not if, it's when. I will get banned from other platforms. They do not like the content. The content is not made to succeed. It doesn't typically get suggested to people. It isn't safe content. They don't want it on their fucking channel, on their platform. I don't know why. So follow me somewhere else. It's Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, TikTok, Rumble, and Discord are all there. So you can follow me there. If you want to support the show financially, though, to make a donation, the new donation link we are sending is DonoClip. If you go there, it looks something like this. Same price as Buy Me a Coffee. Same exact price as Buy Me a Coffee. They start at $5. And you can leave a personalized message, audio or video. And we've been enjoying the shit out of it. It's been making me laugh at least. Oh, I forgot to make them free last night. Damn it. But a couple did come in either way today. So if you want to go to DonoClip, it's a $5 just like Buy Me a Coffee minimum, and then you can leave something like this. Straight Runner just left us another one. Here, let's see what it is. I'm going to play on stream. You record an audio or video message. If I don't play it, you're not charged, and as long as it's terms of service safe, I don't care if you're cussing me out. We'll still play it. Here we go. Bubba shot the jukebox last night.
This is Derek with the oversized broke-back cowboy hat. Law and order. You just need to read.
Laws and orders. You just need to read. Straight Runner actually somehow got Derek Johnson to record that for us. We're going to play it one more time.
This is Derek with the oversized broke-back cowboy hat. Law and order. You just need to read.
You just need to read, Derek Johnson. Derek Johnson's been on a little bit of a rampage. We might read his longest. He made a post that, you guys know the Space Force captain. I'm in groups with him and in a message with him. I think he posted it on a group, maybe. But he posted Derek Johnson's. Like, if you don't know, on Telegram, you can do a thing where you capture the whole message. Rather than doing a screenshot, it'll just capture the whole message and put it on a black background. It's like exporting a message. He did that, and you couldn't zoom in far enough to read it. I'll show you in a minute. Because the message was so fucking long. A rant he did. Derek Johnson is General Derek Johnson. I apologize. He went straight from specialist to general, and everybody in the military knows how easy that is. Based solely on his entrance test scores. He went from a specialist to general. We have another one right back from Straight Runner. Straight Runner's going to have to get a credit card to finance all these audio clips. Here it comes.
Did I work at Subway? Yes. Where do we meet? The 5? The Olive Garden. Who's you talking to?
Did I work at Subway? Yes. Where did the 5 meet? The Olive Garden. We went to an Italian place in New York City. Had 15 minutes to get there. That's including the airport. Private jet? Yes, I think I will. Here we go. Playing it again. Straight Runner, thank you very much for the donations and the voice clips. They've been making me laugh.
Did I work at Subway? Yes. Where do we meet? The 5? The Olive Garden. You'll be surprised who you're talking to.
You'd be surprised who you're talking to. You'd be surprised who you're talking to here. Phil Godlewski, thank you very much for the donation. Straight Runner paid for Phil Godlewski to record that for us, so there is your applause, sir. Thank you very much. You can do the same thing by going to coldbeer.fund, click on DonoClip, and you can do audio or video. If you do video, we'll play the video. If you do audio, we'll play it. Pops up on the screen just like you just saw. Let me see if I can show you something first before we get started. Facebook. I want to show you how funny it was that this screenshot, how big it was, because he said it was a what was it called? It was Derek Johnson something. Derek Johnson Group. Debunking Derek Johnson. I can never remember the name of the group. Exposing Derek Johnson. There it is. He crossed the line and has to be stopped. This is not a drill. We joke about his ridiculous fantasies and his manic drug-fueled rants, but now he's gone too far. By the way, you can join this. It's a private group. You just have to apply to join. There he is screaming for whatever reason. Did y'all see the 2 stories on the military websites that they were making everyone swear in again? And I'm sure test as well. And I'm sure it's to weed out the bad ones, if you know what I mean. I didn't see that. I didn't see nothing about that. He listed several military officers that were let go from the military for various reasons. I sure do see a lot of reporting each other going on amongst us. That's weird. I reported his account on Truth. Hopefully they do something about him on Truth Social. Yeah, okay. Facebook puts the comments in weird order, but you get the idea. It says, I do not think Daddy T would invite Derek to his home in Florida if this guy wasn't onto something. Of course he's right. And he's one smart guy. Keep the faith, people. Trump is in control. He never left us. He just had to wake up the sheep. And then they replace it to Derek. With everything Derek is doing for us in our country, we can at least pay him the basic respect of getting his name right. No wonder Derek gets frustrated at people for not reading or using their brains to see what is in front of them. Oh, she spelled his name wrong. She spelled it like, it's still how you spell Derek, but not his version or whatever. His parents are from Alabama. They wanted to keep it simple. Oh my God, can you just not? How are you going to understand laws and orders, Carolyn? Oh my God, can you just, and they misspelled, they misspelled Carolyn. So this person is screaming at Carolyn for spelling Derek, D-E-R-R-I-C-K, when he spells it D-E-R-E-K, right? And while they're yelling at her, they misspelled Carolyn to Caroline, like North Carolina, to Caroline, and put it in the thing. How can you understand laws and orders? You can't spell a name right. Misspelled name. If you had any real respect for Derek, a true patriot who does so much for everyone else at his own expense, you would not be responding like that. Are you a troll? Are you a troll? That's from Meredith Condor Snargs. That's very funny. The same person who misspelled her name. Okay, Karen. It would be really funny if that person was a troll and misspelled the name on purpose, but I don't think they did. Oh shit. Carolyn, who gives a fuck? It's funny. I give a fuck. The fuck kind of comment is that? That was very funny. They misspelled the name. Oh, somebody shared my post. So after asking a question and asking why her team ignored posts and questions, stay on the right to post this. Here's my tweet response. Blessed are you when people hate you and because they exclude you and revile you and spurn your name as evil. On account of the Son of Man, 23, rejoice in that day and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven. For so their fathers did to prophets. Now, this is Stacey Washington from Stacey on the Right, and she did an interview with Derek Johnson, right? And it says, a little ironic posting this after people calling and demand answers across social media for giving a platform to a fake soldier who never served, so has zero intel clearance because he bowed out of training for an owie and not liking the sergeants hurting his ears and feelings yelling. That's not entirely accurate, but I get it. Imagine, too, posting this, calling everyone a hater who doesn't agree with a man like Derek Johnson who actually goes on rants against real veterans. Now, that's true. Telling him how he's wrong and further calls them a disgrace. Deserve to lose their pensions and disability and tells those currently serving, those currently serving, he's going to call their commanders. That's what you advocate for. A man who threatens to sue but won't because his lies and family exposing him would become public record. Didn't Jesus in the Bible say, thou shalt not lie? And Q says, beware of false prophets. Oh, I thought they responded. I guess not. I thought they said they responded. That's the only reason I was reading all of them. It says, so after asking her a question and asking why her team ignored posting questions, Stacey on the right posts this. Oh, so this first post that she posted was in response to asking her a question, asking why her team ignored the posts that were made earlier. Then she posts like the hater thing. Okay, I understand now. Where's the one that he posted? There's more Derek Johnson bullshit. Continuity government. Chuck posted the rant. Looks like Derek edited his file once we exposed him, and now page 22 says something totally... Oh, man. Page 22 says something totally different. Let me go there. This is... so if you don't know what's been going on, the documents.info... The documents.info says it was the Ukraine... looking back on Derek, I wasn't actually reading. I was looking at something else. Covert operation. What's really happening in Ukraine? Page 22. Too bad I already downloaded the whole fucking thing, Derek. Or this might work on somebody, but not me. I'm not dumb. Of course you're going to get called out. And here's my story serving on Obama. Although classified is still a major blunder, myself and a few others were separated by poor leaders, our own people, and were interrogated, hazed, and harassed for months, which ultimately made our injuries worse. Okay, this is different. You want me to pull up the regular version? Let me grab it. Let me see. Where did I do with it? Okay. Now let's go to page 22 on it. Okay. So I'm going to read the first paragraph here, the new paragraph, then I'm going to read the old one. So the new paragraph says, although classified and still a major blunder, myself and a few others were separated by poor leaders, our own people, and we were interrogated, hazed, and harassed for months, which ultimately made our injuries worse. And now, seeing multiple leaders being relieved of their duty from Chapter 18, the Law of War Manual, which wasn't written until June 12, 2015, it makes a lot of sense, as hindsight always does. Now, the old paragraph said, although classified, I will tell you who are reading, I was held captive by Obama's cronies. Our own people interrogated and tortured me for months. 4 months. Our own people interrogated and tortured me for months. He then goes on to say on the new one, I wish I could make this up. It's unfortunate I was not the only one this happened to, which is also why the DOD released a new memorandum to see the medical board to right this wrong. On the old one, he says, why? Because of my direct connections to direct and indirect goals with white hat operatives, along with my top secret clearance, my top scores, and my goals being attained to become general. I wish I could make this up. Okay, that's where I'm reading the old one still. I wish I could make this up. It's unfortunate I was not the only one. So those are the same. I was not the only one. The main reason we were tortured, I had contacts with Congress that were heavily involved at those moments in time with a secret society that were planning and building what led to 2016, 2017 to 2021 to present day. So he removed all of that. I personally think the reason we were harassed and hazed, the best we can figure is I did everything by laws and orders, but more importantly, Army regulations. And when those failed, I had made contact with my congressman, whose name just happens to be heavily involved at those moments in time with what is now the military operation and continuation of government, strategic planning, and have been publicly recognized for their efforts. Then we get on the old one, we're all caught up. The old one says the Obama administration had massive cutbacks to the military as a whole, but a few of us knew how to navigate around the chain of command and put in congressionals to try to stay in the military. He took out skipping the rank was the only difference there. I was severely injured knee and back, requiring extensive rehabilitation and therapy along with putting in for WTU, but Obama had shut down the WTUs. Great, blah, blah, blah. That's all still there. They were declined. So basically he changed this paragraph here. He changed this paragraph, and this paragraph. These 3 paragraphs. Because you can read it there on the screen, but what it used to say is, although classified, I will tell you who are reading, I was held captive by Obama cronies, our own people, interrogated and tortured me for months. Why? Because of my direct connections to direct and indirect goals with the white hat operatives, along with my top secret security clearance, my top scores, and my goals being attained to become a general. I wish I could make this up. It's unfortunate I was not the only one. The main reason we were tortured, I had contacts with Congress that were heavily involved at those moments in time with a secret society that were planning and building what led to 2016 and 2017 to 2021 to present day. He's changed that drastically. Wow. Wow, I guess you don't want people seeing that, huh? That's amazing. Fucking idiot. Where is that post that Chuck did? That's what I'm looking for, by the way. People were mad they couldn't read it, but I thought it was funny. Oh, here is Laura. She donated him -2 cents. Well, I guess it just looks like that because she paid him 2 cents, but it looks like she charged him 2 cents for it. But I guess it's red because it's from her screenshot. I don't know. But my 2 cents, get it? Anyways, it says your lies are being exposed every day, and I would suggest you don't dox my account info again because I can sue you for that. And you should probably study for the 4 required elements for a defamation case. But that's just my 2 cents. And she sent him 2 cents, -2 cents from her account. Is it not here or should I have refreshed? Let me just find the most recent maybe here. Not most relevant. I want most recent. Oh, it's most relevant again, wasn't it? I need newest post. I don't know why what you're texting me so much about. On each other. Where is the Chuck post? I reported his account on Truth. That's not Truth Social's not gonna do a damn thing. You kidding me? I think it was this morning that at least I saw it this morning when I got up that Chuck posted it. Or I feel like that's when it was. It's a straight export from Telegram. Oh, here it is. I copied and pasted it to a website. Yeah, that's not the one I'm looking for. What is this? He said in his documents that he was kidnapped and tortured by the Obama regime. It's been proven to be a lie, but here I am wishing it were true that they never released him. Oh, I wish they never would have released him. There's Chuck. Looks like old DJ made another rant on his Telegram post. This one is a doozy. Oh, is it in this? Let me see. Let's do all comments. And someone asked for a screenshot. Here it is. Look at this screenshot. Look at this post, dude. This is 2 Telegram posts. 2 Telegram posts. And people were like, make it bigger. We can't see it. But I just think it's funny that it's this. I just think it's funny that it's this big of a fucking post. Right, you can't say stuff like the one you just read. What one specifically? What did it say? Where was it from? The document? Where he changed the document? I don't know what that post you just read was because you're like 30 or 40 seconds behind me. I don't know. Anyways, Look at this, is hilarious that he would even try to do. It's one, there's the reactions. Two, there's the reactions. Two posts. I wonder if I do this, if I click open image in a new tab, what it does. I'm on PC. They're on computer. Oh, you can still read it. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of scrolling. It's 2 posts plus this much, I guess. But it's 2 posts. 2 posts. I'm not yelling at you. I'm trying to explain. You do this all the time. Can you tell me what that last link was? From when? About what? To who? What did it specifically say? And I'll send it every link. Or you could just go to the group and find it. Let's go read these long ass posts. It might take a second. We are going to cover Phil, but let's see what Rattletrap. I think that's a good name for him, Rattletrap. My dad used to tell my mom all the time, and other people too, us kids, everybody, that when we were just talking a whole bunch but weren't making a lot of sense, that we were rattling. You just sit over there and fucking rattle. You're just rattling. So him being Rattletrap, I think that's a good one, because all he does, he doesn't make any sense. He doesn't make any good points. He just rattles. He's just making fucking noise, and that's about it. The one claim he's being held captive by Obama, it's in his document. I mean, like, I have a downloaded copy. I can't send you a 174-page document. He's already edited it. I need an email. I can't send that over. I can't send that over text. I need an email address. Jesus Christ, this dude's a psycho. He's losing it, guys. He's losing it. The Military Tribune. Oh my God. How much has he posted? Okay, I found the post. That one says history. Yeah, I got it. All right. Directly from his Telegram, in case he's edited something, I guess. That one actually looks a lot shorter than the other one. Let's see. How many paragraphs are in it? Declaration 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 10 paragraphs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's get it. I see you. I can send somebody a link, but I need an email address. Let's have this talk. We got to have this talk. We're going to have this talk. We need to have this talk. It's unfortunate to do so, but someone has to bring it to attention. Studies and psychologists show that we amplify the small negative comments and emails, etc., versus the majority of good and positive. But this is one of those that has life and death stamped with it. All right, so right off the bat, we know it's serious. I never in my life would have ever dreamt that people would attack, mock, ridicule, slander, defame the character of a veteran who's done nothing but take and put all the current and active laws and orders to do with the military and federal laws together in a chronological order for the average American to read and understand what's going on. And I'm not the only veteran who knows what's going on. So, not a single person, not a single fucking person has attacked, mocked, ridiculed, slandered, or defamed him for knowing some secret way to decipher the laws that makes Trump president. No one. The first time that I said anything other more than he's wrong and dumb, and I felt like he hadn't served very long, which I'll admit right here, I was right from the fucking beginning. I said, this is like a guy who's just fresh out of boot camp. This guy sounds like he doesn't have any experience. This guy sounds like a fucking boot. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And, of course, that ended up being true. When I started coming after him heavier is when he started lashing out at veterans that were saying he was wrong. Lashing out at veterans that were saying he was wrong, and that he started calling their commanders. He told other veterans that they didn't deserve their fucking uniform. They were a disgrace to their uniform. They were a disgrace to this country. They were a disgrace to the flag if they didn't believe what he fucking believed. And he's a fucking piece of shit. So if anybody who fucking agrees with Derek Johnson, you get the fuck out of my chat, because he's a piece of shit. He went after current serving military and veterans for saying, hey, man, This didn't happen. I don't believe you. I don't think that's the way it happened. Oh, well, you're a disgrace to your uniform. He told one veteran who's 100% disabled as well that he didn't deserve the fucking benefits that he gets from the government for being a disabled veteran, because he didn't deserve the title of veteran. The guy lost his fucking foot in Afghanistan. Fuck Derek Johnson and fuck anybody who follows him. Never in my life would I ever have dreamt that civilians who never served would attack veterans. Veterans have different stories and resumes for reasons. So for anyone making this about me, especially trying to make this specifically based on military experience, you're not only doing yourself an injustice, but also crippling those who chose to follow your drama, bitterness, jealousy, hatred, and ignorance. I wouldn't say I'm making this about military experience. I would say you are. You're saying, I had this clearance. I was associated with white hat senators in a special group of Congress people in a secret society. I know from my time in. I know the laws and orders because you are. And I'm refuting that fact that you don't know shit. You have one of the shortest military careers I've ever fucking heard of. What makes you be able to call to the military to do it? You do not have to be a veteran to know military and federal laws and orders, statutes, acts, regulations, codes, bills, etc. You must simply need a brain and the willpower to use it. You also do not have to be an attorney, lawyer, or have a degree in anything for that matter to understand how your government operations, functions, and laws and orders. And laws and orders. I didn't write or pass any of the current laws and orders, but last I checked, anyone with a degree either cheated or used their brain to earn the degree. So which one is it? First, you said a degree didn't matter, and then you're saying last time I checked, they either cheated or used their brain. Which one did I do, or something? I don't know. It's not the fact that some of these laws exist. Most of these laws exist. You're applying them incorrectly. You're miscomprehending them entirely. Entirely. If this is about only veterans can know what's going on, then that means 97% of the U.S. population are null and void and are incapable of using their brains to understand how the government works. So, does that also mean all of the attorneys and lawyers who aren't veterans are null and void too? This low-level way of thinking is why we got where we are. No, it doesn't mean that. You called to your service to give you credibility. You called to be a wounded warrior so people would listen to you. You called to accessing military regulations because you used to serve and you know all about them. You called and said that you were well on your way to becoming a general because you had high test scores. You said that. All I did was address it after you said it. Do you not know how America is a constitutional republic? Do you not know what a constitutional republic means? The people select members to temporarily serve in political office. Temporarily is the problem. The reason so many get voted back in is because people don't pay attention to what the rhinos have been doing, but I'm the bad guy. People whine and complain about government, but do not want to understand how it works in order to know how to change the problem. I think people have a fundamental understanding. And when people get pissed off enough, they do show up and vote. You can see that in elections like Trump versus Hillary. People were pissed off enough, they showed up and voted for Trump. You could see that in the next election. People hated Trump so bad, more people showed up than ever. We are a nation of laws and orders. Laws and orders are not conspiracy theories. I made a simple blueprint from laws and orders I didn't write or pass that are currently and actively being used, applied, and upheld. Not talking about aliens riding llamas across New Mexico. I've never heard that conspiracy theory, but thank you. Our government is a man-made system. If it was created, it can be cleaned out, fixed, or demolished. All one has to do is simply read the Declaration of Independence. Everyone sure knows. I don't know. I can't read. I had a stroke. Everyone sure wants to celebrate on July 4th, but don't even know what the piece of paper actually says. Quote, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its power in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Quote, but when a long train of abuses, and you guys know the next word, don't you? But when a long train of abuses and somebody's got to say it. Atsuko don't count. She doesn't speak English. You got it. She did get it. When a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Imagine if people only read the very thing they brag about the most. Imagine if you read the whole fucking thing instead of just grabbing the piece that you want, brother. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? The next message, the second message in there says, we have been witnessing the decline of America, her foundation, history, and government morals and values because we allowed career politicians and rhinos to have full and complete control of this country while people allowed schools and colleges to stop teaching those, as well as letting Congress do their job when their job is to work for the people. So now that it's foreign to people who don't know any of their own country's history and government, it feels like all of a sudden one is attacking their intelligence and they're spewing hate because they do not know how to escape the matrix because they're too selfish to acknowledge some of us know how and are trying to wake them up and help them. You don't know how. You're suggesting a fucking military takeover of a... Show me where in the Constitution, and it says, if half the country, or if the majority of the country thinks you fucking lost the election, and another large sector of the country, less than the majority, thinks you won the election, it is your right and duty to secretly become the commander-in-chief and use the U.S. military to arrest reptilian cabal agents and underground military bases and take back the country. Just show me that quote, and we're good. Okay? If you don't read your history, you won't know if it's repeating, good or bad. Well, the United States military was established and created to prevent wars, not start them. The United States military was created before the Declaration of Independence to literally fight a war. What do you think what do you fucking think the king thought was going to happen? What do you think that they thought the king was going to do when they declared independence from Great Britain? What do you think was going to happen when they declared independence from England? There was going to be a fucking war. Why do you think we needed a military then, but we didn't before? It wasn't made to... You can't say a military is made to prevent wars. That's the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. A military is made to defend, but that's still fighting a war, right? Even in defense, that's fighting a war that came to you. General and President Dwight D. Eisenhower, on his exit, had a famous speech in which he addressed a subject that's been ever so accurate and prevalent to this topic, the military-industrial complex. And due to that mindset brought on by career politicians and those driven by lust of money, led and cast the wrong kinds of ideologies on young soldiers from the 60s to present day, not all, but many. So this is where they sprinkle in a little bit of truth. A lot of times, the military-industrial complex is responsible for a lot of fucked up shit. Like when people are getting paid tons of money to produce implements of war, sometimes they want to prolong war. When people know there's a lot of money to be made rebuilding a war-torn country, then certain other people's brothers and cousins and uncles and nieces and nephews form companies that are made to rebuild a war-torn country. Sometimes the military-industrial complex is bad. Sometimes it leads to great advances in military that, never have to be used. Just because he sprinkles some truth doesn't make the rest of it right. So, like, military-industrial complex by most people is considered bad. They have made some crazy breakthroughs that have helped us in other areas, including like wound care and shit. I don't know if you guys know this, but when we're talking about traumatic injuries, most of that development happens through companies that are contracted through the military, and the military will have like clotting agents, like hole plugging shit, loss of blood, tourniquet technology long before the private sector will. The military is almost like a testing ground for it, for some of like cat tourniquets and coagulants, and they got shit like powder you pour on a wound now and it fucking coagulates all the blood and stops the bleeding. You pack it with gauze and then throw it on there, but that shit come out long before it was ever used in the civilian side. So, I mean, it has its upsides too, right? Stuff is developed under that race and under that capitalism that benefits everybody, not just war fighters or not just people going to war. But it also has a lot of downsides. People want to capitalize on that money. When you're making a shit ton of money, you want to keep making a shit ton of money. Sometimes that influences decisions on when we pull out, who we go to war with, when we go in, all that shit. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought by the military-industrial complex. The 34th president warned. The potential of the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. According to Eisenhower, the conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new to the American experience, and he feared it would lead to policies that would not benefit Americans as a whole, like the escalation of the nuclear arms race at great cost to the nation's well-being. To be fair, once nuclear weapons were made by anybody, it was kind of inevitable one of two ways it was going to turn out, okay? Either one country was going to get them first and nuke the other country, which is highly unlikely, especially considering the amount of espionage we had between the two countries, especially the competition they had, who they were using, who they were fighting with, all that, right? It was more likely that they would both race to the top and then be a standoff. But it's not like you could just invent the first one and then forget how to invent it, forget how it's made, forget how it's put together, forget the reaction it takes to cause that explosion. There's not much you can do. Even if now there's movements to stand down, to get rid of weapon systems, to decommission, and the U.S. does some of that. We've been shrinking our nuclear arsenal, but there'll always be actors that can grow another country's arsenal or give a country an arsenal or the ingenuity to make an arsenal or the pieces to build an arsenal. It's a two-edged sword. He urged his successors in government to balance defense and diplomacy in their relations with the Soviet Union, saying, "We must learn how to compose differences, not with arms, but with intellect and decent purpose." That's clearly not what's happened. with the mentalities and ideologies of many, not all soldiers who served in the past 50 years. The soldier does not do diplomacy, Derek. Why are you calling out? So Eisenhower said to use diplomacy rather than arms. And then he's like, well, all the soldiers that have served in the last 50 years, that has nothing to do with it. Soldiers don't do diplomacy. The military academies are the closest to teaching our history and foundation, but even then, there's many who have their own agendas once they pass the test and promotions. Then you have the enlisted side, which does not teach any of our history or foundation. That's not true. They don't teach a whole lot of history, but you do learn military history. You learn when the Army, like say you join the Army. You learn when the Army was founded. You learn why it was founded. You learn of crucial battles right after its founding. Sacred dates, the Army's birthday, prevalent members of the Army, when they served, what they did, stuff like that, right? So you can't say it doesn't show any. It does teach some history. It's not much. It's not even like a history class. You're not there for history, but you do learn some of it. They expect you to memorize it. I know the Marine Corps does the same thing. They know the Marine Corps birthday. They know some of the, top Marines. They're able to name off key dates and battles. They learn the little fight song, all that stuff, right? Enlistment requires the ASVAB scores and passing MEPS. The other problem is signing bonuses to lure soldiers into signing up or re-upping their contracts. Military is not a 9 to 5. The bonus is not an upfront check, shaking my head. They get it out of your hours that aren't defined. No, they don't. This is the dumbest fucking thing he said in a while, okay? The military bonus, he's saying, first of all, he's saying that the signing bonus is to lure signing up or re-upping their contracts. The military is not a 9 to 5. That's true. He says the bonus is not an upfront check. That's sort of true. Most bonuses pay 50%. Most signing bonuses for the military pay 50% up front and then pay the rest of it on anniversary dates. So once you've made it a year, 2 years, and then when you end. So let's say you got a $10,000 bonus. You get $5,000 now, and then every year you'd get, I don't know, whatever the last 5,000 divided by 3 was, right? 1.666 or whatever. That's how they do it. So, yeah, part of it is up front. Then he says they get it out of your hours that aren't defined. So acting like you work more than a 9 to 5, so that bonus isn't really a bonus. But it is. Because, like, I went in and I was just stupid. I'm not saying I did it because I really wanted to join the Army or because I was gung-ho or I was the perfect soldier. I went in and got no bonus at all. No bonus at all. Then don't watch. Don't watch. I cover what the fuck I want. Somebody wake me up when this is done. Don't watch. That doc was super long. Thought he was just showing us. That's going to take 5 hours to read. Don't fucking watch. Leave. I don't want you here anymore. Anyways, whether I get the bonus or you get the bonus, we still work the same hours. So the bonus is clearly more pay. I didn't get a bonus, and people I got in with did get a bonus. And if they got a $10,000 bonus and I didn't, then we're working the exact same hours. That's clearly a bonus. There's no way around that. They get it all out. They get it out of your hours that aren't defined, plus the privileges: housing, salary, college, dental, medical, and not only for us/them, but also their children, their family, children, and other dependents. They can prove those aren't reasons to serve; those are privileges. I don't care why you sign. There's been the greatest fucking soldiers have signed up because they didn't have a place to fucking live. Good fucking soldiers. But this is another issue I have with Derek. I don't care why you signed up. If you serve honorably, if you serve your time, no, I'm talking about a sign-on bonus. Like when you first sign up, I didn't get any bonus for first signing up. I knew my way around it by the time it was time for re-enlistment. But yeah, they're talking about a sign-on bonus. When you first sign up, I thought the recruiter told me there was no sign-on bonus. I just took his word for it. He was just lying to me. So, because they only get so many bonuses they give out, and the less they give out, the more better they do. I don't care if you join for the privileges. I don't care if you join for the GI Bill. I don't care if you join for money in your pocket. I don't care why the fuck you joined. Just do your job and be a good soldier. I got no issues with you. Not to mention, those who didn't feel a calling to join. Those who didn't feel a calling to join, apparently you're somehow less. You're somehow less because you didn't feel a calling to join. Many joined because it was their last or only option. So, and it's many of those who will act like heroes and flap their jaws. Listen, motherfucker, you're the one acting like a hero. You claim you served because God and fucking Army Jesus and your brother and your grandpa and this, and you felt a calling to serve, and you have the shortest military career I've ever heard of someone who made it through boot camp and made it through AIT only to live within a couple of months for a bad knee. That's you. This is you trying to get people to stop looking at you. Those are the heroes. Oh, they act like heroes and flap their jaws the most. That's 100% Derek Johnson. Now, there's no doubt the military can change anyone due to the discipline and structure and routines. It also doesn't mean that those who serve do not have good hearts, minds, and souls. But simply serving does not mean one knows the overall purpose of service, the foundation, history, military, and federal laws and orders. And how those all coincide. Derek's a piece of shit, dude. For him to be the shortest serving veteran in U.S. history, and also to tell other veterans that they're fucking doing something wrong is crazy. It's the craziest thing I've seen. I don't know. He blows my mind. There's a lot more to the military. The last line is there's a lot more to the military than just war. How would you know? First of all, you've never even been to a war. Second of all, you were at a training facility and you got out within 6 months of getting there. What you didn't have enough time to build a habit or a routine. You already failed before that. But long before that. All right, give me just a second to drop this to Mariah. I'll send this email and then I'll be right back. Mariah. This will take 5 hours to read. Fucking kick rocks, motherfucker. How fucking disrespectful. Like, I didn't know he's going to read it. Wake me up when he's done. Fuck out of here. Nobody's forcing you to be here. Let me attach this document. Downloads. I think I had it saved under Ukraine something. I don't know if it'll send the whole thing or send a link, but I'm trying to send it. It's called Part 2. What's really happening? Open that. The file's larger. It's a Google Drive link, so I'll turn it on to where anybody can see it, I hope, and then I'll send it to you, Mariah. Allow anyone with a link to view. Send. It's page 22 that they need to look at. All right, so that's Derek Johnson, his little meltdown, the stuff that he's going through. This post he made that Chuck shared. Derek's a piece of shit, man. And I tell him that to his fucking face. Derek's a piece of shit. Derek goes from, you don't have to be a veteran to do this, but I'm the best fucking veteran because I served for this reason and I did this, but not that, and I'm the best one because of. He's a piece of shit. And if you've ever heard him, oh my, look at this motherfucker. I wonder when he did that video right there. I'll look for it in a second. We're going to hop on to Phil's video. Phil is allegedly, or at least claiming, he's selling insurance. Let's check it out. Phil's worried about your health and your money, of course. Mostly your money.
Well, hello, everyone. Is my mic working? Yes, it is. All right, my apologies to the locals people that are over there right now wondering what the heck happened. I actually don't know what happened myself, so I'm going to very quickly troubleshoot this. It's telling me that my stream has started on locals, but yet I'm not on the stream, so how could the stream be live if I'm not on it? I am the guy that needs to be on the stream, and I'm not. So, let me just figure this out right now. If you guys could just bear with me 1 second, please. I want to... there we go. Aha! We fixed it. Everybody on locals good? All right, cool. All right, sorry about that, everybody. I had to make a couple minor changes there right before going live. When I did so, it messed up the whole works here. So, as you can see, we made some changes around here. I was just telling the locals people before I went live to Rumble that I really missed the brick. The brick is kind of what got us here. You know, it's when everybody really started joining and watching.
He misses his brick background.
Way more than they had in the past. So I wanted to kind of go back to what was, important to me anyway.
I think he's trying to take everything back to when he started so he can actually fucking get some fans to show up again.
And what got us here to begin with, and made a little bit of remodeling decisions. I think it looks pretty good. So, for those of you that don't know, for those of you that...
Death of a salesman? That's right.
My eyes. I especially don't like being under bright lights on camera. I have one of those circular light things that make you look all glamorous and stuff. I hate it, so I'm not going to use it. So, this is kind of what you get when I go live, for all you new guys. Darkened version of, everything. This just makes me feel comfortable. It feels homey to me. So I like it. This is my setup. And yes, that is a new picture on the wall over here. That is Mr. Lincoln. And I know you can't see it very well, but that is Mr. Lincoln's signature. That's right. That is Abraham Lincoln's signature sitting on my wall right next to my hand right now. I kind of stumbled across it. And once I did, I said, oh boy, yeah, that's going to come home with me. There's a certificate of authenticity on the back of it. It says, let me read it to you.
Oh my God.
Let this man take these oaths as of December 4th and forever be discharged. Abraham Lincoln, March 20th, 1864. So that is a discharge note coming from President Abraham Lincoln to one of the soldiers in the war, and he's officially discharging him from his duties.
You know how many people received those? You know how many people served in the fucking Civil War, bro? And how many people got discharge letters from the president that was signed from the president? Probably signed from a fucking secretary of the president, first of all, but yeah.
I thought it was amazing. That was actually, I think that date was about a few days before the war actually ended. So it's cool to have a piece of history sitting on your wall. Everybody over in the locals chat, they're like, oh, March 20th, huh, Phil? Well, hey, you know what? Maybe there's a reason why I bought that particular one. I don't know. Could be. So I was telling the locals people before we went live to Rumble and D-Live, I got another photo coming for over there. Just didn't come yet. It's also of great historic significance. It's going to look really good right there, too. So just waiting on that one. That's why you see the bare spot on the wall there. I do still have the metal flag. It's sitting over there right now. It's going to go up top. These ceilings are really high. It's going to go up there. You're not going to be able to see it from the lives just because the camera only captures so much. But, yeah. I'm not in my old house. I know it may appear that way, but I'm not. This is my new house, and I just kind of emulated it. So, pretty cool.
He bought Frank. It looks like he bought a piece, a 4x8 sheet of brick fake siding from Lowe's, right? They sell this. It does look like it has depth. I'm going to be honest with you. It could actually be wallpaper. They do make wallpaper. It looks really good now. But judging from, it's hard to see because the chat's over here. But judging from this right here, this light here, and the way it's bouncing off of it, I think that it's probably that the 4x8 sheets of fake brick. And he's got a couple of sheets of them stacked up. I wish we could see can we see a repeating pattern? There and there is definitely a repeating pattern. You see that brick with that line etched into it? Can we find that anywhere else? Is that one? No, but that is. 1, 2, 3. Those 3 bricks are all the same. It's definitely a pattern of some type. Can't see the top edge. Can't see the bottom edge. That mark right there, and then dark above it and dark brick. That mark, dark above it, dark brick. That mark, dark above it, dark brick. Like, those are all 3 the same. There's probably more if I stopped and went through them.
Cool. All right, so you said DLive not working? Check it out real quick. Should be. Unless I change this. I might change the streamer configuration. It appears that DLive is not working. That's right. All right, so for all you that are used to watching on DLive, if you could hear me somehow on one of the platforms, just head on over to Rumble. Rumble is free, just like DLive is. You will have to deal with some trolls that are on Rumble, of course. We do our best to moderate those trolls at all times, but every now and then some of them get by. And, it's sometimes a little bit nasty of an experience. But we do have locals for that purpose. So if you want to get a troll-free experience and not have to deal with any of that crap, just go right over to philgodlewski.locals.com and you will see a much better stream, in my opinion. You'll have to pay for it, obviously. It's a cost. I think it's $15 a month or $120 a year, something like that, if you pay for your subscription. So, all right, here's how tonight's going to go. At the end of the night, I am going to have a Q&A for locals subscribers only. So what that means is I'm going to end the stream on Rumble and
oh no,
private Q&A for only my local subs. So if you're a local sub and you're over there right now, looks like there's quite a few thousand that are tuned in. Oh, I gotta make it subs only on local too, right? Let me do that real quick. There we go.
you can't comment on Rumble but once. Who can't? Everybody else is over there just talking. Like, Dismas has been here since the show started. I know what's your name that was talking shit about me reading Derek's thing, commented multiple times. I read them. Not funny at all. Wake me up when. How come it only lets you comment once? That's weird. Oh, not on my show. Okay, never mind.
There we go. So if you're not officially subscribed to locals, you will have 1 minute to get on over to Rumble. You will, though, have...
I thought you were saying the chat was messed up, the live chat.
If you want to take part in the Q&A. You don't have to. I'll hold another Q&A another day this week for everyone. But if you want to take part of the paid subscriber Q&A, it will only be on locals tonight. You will only be able to get to that on locals. You'll only be able to hear the questions. You'll only be able to ask the questions, and you'll only be able to hear the answers on locals only. So for those of you that
only
stay there.
Only.
Very, very simple. You can do it in a couple seconds. philgodlewski.locals.com. And that'll get you there. I think it's, like I said, 120 or 135 or something like that. It's for the entire year. Or you can pay in $15 a month increments, and that is a month-to-month charge, so you can cancel it at any time.
I saw a lot of people getting... Somebody said he really pissed a lot of people off when he cut off for the Q&A. Yeah. He's always said, I'll never charge for my content. Never, never. All you do if you go to Rumbles is you don't have any trolls, which is a lie. People do pay to troll him. Not me, as they're accusing me of. I don't have a... I mean, like, they said I admitted it on my... that I admitted on my YouTube channel. I have a Rumble account, but I don't... It even says become a member. And I click let me view this content first, and it just shows me his shit, right? Like, I'm not a member of his. I just go to watch. I'm actually not even logged in right now, I guess. Let me see if I can log in, if it'll let me. Yeah, so I can do this, but obviously I can't watch his videos. Like, this is just a not subscribed, right? Anybody can see this. You can see this. Anybody can see this. The lady's like, he admitted it on his own YouTube channel that but people do pay to troll him. I've seen them in the Rumble's chat. Why are you having to ban and mute people if they don't pay to troll you, Phil? So you get a troll-free VIP experience. It's better quality. It's not. It's better servers. It's the exact same servers as Rumble. Rumble owns locals. And there's a benefit if you can't see anything he puts on screen. So that's good.
If you want to. Not necessarily to get the locals. Not trying to force anybody to go there. We'll do, like I said, another Q&A later this week, so you're not missing much as long as you're able to tune into the next Q&A later this week. That's probably actually going to be my next live, is going to be a Q&A. I don't know what format yet, whether it's going to be rapid fire or just a regular Q&A. Not sure.
Someone put something in my chat actually today. Let me address this while I'm thinking about it. Someone got mad on the last show because I covered Carrie Cassidy. And they said I put a thing in on my Telegram, screenshot of it. They said Carrie Cassidy is doing investigative journalism for the last 19 years. She is very known and respected broadcaster. And all I put was like laughing, like I put ha 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 ha. They responded with, You can research her. She started when none of you even in the surface. Nothing against you, but to bring some names up, it's irresponsibility. Apparently her middle name must be irresponsibility or something. To bring some names up, it's irresponsibility. Oh, it's responsibility. I agree about your humorous remarks about some of them. Yeah, but some of your broadcasting boring as hell with some drunk dudes. Then don't watch. I enjoy what I do. I think what I do is funny. It makes me laugh. If it makes you laugh, hang out. And if it don't, leave. Covering Phil. Yes, I agree. I used to follow Phil. Stupid part on me. But trashing names like Carrie Cassidy will not serve you any good. Just saying. And you charge for your subscriptions as well. I never said I wouldn't. Like, I think content creators should make money as long as they're being honest and doing an honest job, doing their best to be honest, or tell people it's completely fictional. Like, I'm making up a story, a narrative. It should no way should be taken seriously. I'm a fictional storyteller. One of the two. She says you charge for your subscriptions as well, so no different from any other broadcasters, right? Well, it depends. Like, I'm not different from any other decent YouTuber. No, I'm a lot different than like Charlie Ward and Phil Godlewski and Scott McKay and those people that are lying to get people to selling hopium. A couple of days ago, this person I don't think speaks. I think their first language is Spanish. But anyways, it says, couple of days ago, some dude were telling me, quote, "You are broke, leaving in the camping trailer and grifting as well. Is it true? I don't know. I don't care. Listening for entertainment, but some shows are boring, especially with drunk people. No one know who the heck they are. Be blessed." I loved how they put "be blessed" at the end. Like, you broke piece of grifting shit who covers people I don't like, and you're only funny sometimes and so fucking boring. Be blessed. May Yeshua bless you. So said the major problem is you called her respectable and an investigative journalist. She's in no way, shape, or form is that accurate. She still sings the praises of Captain Mark Richards. She is a joke to journalism, nothing more. Oh, they're a trip sometimes, man.
Yet, but one way or another, we will hold another one this week. So that's going to be the end of the live stream later tonight. We'll finish that up with the locals Q&A. In the meantime, the first parts of this live are going to be some minor intel drops, some of which I've already gone over on Telegram over the last couple days. I had a very busy last couple days on Telegram, dropping all sorts of kind of, interesting posts on Telegram. Again, if you don't know how to get to my Telegram channel, I suggest you watch my last live from last week. I put the Telegram addresses on there and everything. That is my go-to for posting on a regular basis. So my go-to for live streams are obviously Rumble, DLive, locals, Rumble and DLive being free. DLive's down tonight, obviously, we don't know why. But nonetheless, posting on a regular basis. I don't do that on Facebook. I don't do that on Instagram like I used to. I do that strictly on Telegram for various reasons. Anybody telling you to get off Telegram, like Greg Phillips, well, he just doesn't want you to listen to me. And we've all seen how that worked out for him.
I personally have been thinking more and more about getting off Telegram. Here's the reason why. And I don't think Greg Phillips is wrong. It's turning into a fucking honeypot. It's turning into a honeypot. The rhetoric is getting more and more violent. It is getting more and more. We need to take action. The narrative's changing from trust the plan, Trump's got it under control any day now, to we need patriots to start standing up. We got to have more patriots. We got to have more people willing to do this. We got to have more people willing to go there. We got to have more people willing to do criminal things. And anybody can be indoctrinated to certain things, right? You might not be able to be indoctrinated to, let's say you've been a lifelong Christian. You're probably not going to get indoctrinated to Satanism because you're predisposed not to. But if you're already, let's say you're already conservative, let's say you're already distrusting of the government, as most people should be, let's say you're already into some conspiracy theories. I don't like that my audience has access to that all the time. I don't want to think, here's what I don't want to happen. You guys are free to make your own choices. I don't want somebody to have never heard of Telegram, never heard of it in their life. And then they think, oh, I like Will. I like his show. And he has a Telegram. He has a Telegram. I'm going to go over to Telegram. And then when they get to Telegram, which they would never have been on without me there, then they stumble on this other stuff and end up getting caught up in a fucking honeypot for the FBI, or end up doing something crazy, or end up believing some type of rhetoric, or end up saying something they shouldn't have and getting in trouble, or getting watched, or getting arrested. I don't want to bring people there with what's going on there right now. I don't want to bring people there because I don't know. It's a bad place right now. It really is. So we already know from news releases that the FBI has different Department of Justice resources have people on Telegram because the child stuff was so bad. Like the child corn was so bad on Telegram, where it's encrypted and it's end-to-end user. And if you have a private group, people aren't supposed to be able to see your private stuff. They've been using it for trafficking. So they have people already in that. And you know how bad they hate when the right fucking mobilizes and this and that and the other, even when it's peaceful, much less when it's violent. So with all that violence stuff going on, you know there's federal agents fucking everywhere. Everywhere.
So there's that, of course. What's my shirt say? My shirt says St. Thomas, Virgin Islands. Oops, it's over there. Grab that mirror thing. Yeah, there we go. St. Thomas. Okay, so we're going to start out the night by reminding everybody to, if you do have a 401k or an IRA, that you do have the opportunity to roll over that stock market-backed IRA 401k to precious metals. You could have the same IRA that you have now, except it won't be backed by the stock market. It will be backed by silver and gold, God's money. It's very important, in my opinion, for all of you to consider doing that if you haven't done it yet. And the way to do that is by going to goldquiz.com. You'll answer a quick 5-question survey. It will put you in touch with the right vendor based on your needs, based on your answers to those 5 questions. And you will get the ball rolling to transfer over your cabal-backed IRA, I'm just going to call it that, or 401k, into something that the government cannot touch. And I think that's very important for all you guys to do that.
Your cabal-backed 401k to something the government can't touch. That's not true. That is absolutely not true. Even when the government, the U.S. governments went to buying back gold, they went into like vaults, like private company vaults, and bought back gold from there. Now people got paid for it. It was a whole lot less than what the government then raised the price of gold to once they got it. But even when we did that, the only things they didn't go into is small private collections. You think Gold Co., it would be considered a small private collection of gold? They're talking about general population. Like if you have a small private collection, you're probably allowed to hang on to so much of it. They're not talking about a corporation who did this for you.
Diversifying is always a very good thing to do.
By the way, there's a post going around, a couple screenshots from a group that's been put together that joined Phil's gold-backed IRA, and one lady said they've lost 50% of their fucking value on it. They've lost 50% of their value on it from between what they had in a regular 401k, minus the fees, minus everything they paid, minus Phil's cut that he gets out of there, plus the price of gold had been going down for a little bit. They lost 50% on what they put in. That's crazy. Then the next post below him said, but imagine what you would have lost if you not listened to Phil. Just trust the plan. It was crazy.
They're experts over there. The people at those companies that you're going to get to after you take that quiz, they're experts.
I've kind of enjoyed living in the campground, in the camper. We got a really nice camper. It's nicer than probably a lot of people have homes. We're thankful for that. We've enjoyed it. Since we didn't want to downsize, and since we did, it seems like we're a lot less stressed out about stuff. We're a lot closer together as a family. We really enjoy it. I am trying to find a piece of property, hopefully with like a little bit of a wooded area and maybe even access or bordered by a creek, so the kids can have the childhood that I like. They're 2 young boys. I'd like to be able to fish in a creek or catch crawdads or run through the woods and find stuff to play with, like I grew up. I think that'd be cool. And even keep animals, get some chickens or a goat or something that they can learn. about, but we're still going to put our camper there. We'll still be living in our camper there, and then we'll build a house eventually, or as we can, or whatever, a barn dominium.
They're not going to let you transfer too much. They may only tell you to transfer half of it, maybe even less than that. Depends on your situation. Depends on your age. Some people, they just flat out decline. You know, this really isn't for you, and they'll tell you that. So if you haven't considered it yet, please consider it. I do believe strongly.
They don't just flat out decline people. If you have the minimum amount of money, you're eligible. They just tell you, they take your money. If you don't meet their requirements, of course they decline you. But that's because you didn't meet their requirement. They don't listen to your story. Say, well, where do you want to be in 10 years? Well, what is your life goal? Do you have any recurring dreams? Let me show you a set of ink blots, and you tell me the first word that pops into your mind. No, you either meet their requirements, they take your money and charge you. You don't meet their requirements, and they say, damn, I wish I could take your money and charge you.
It's in your best interest. That's number one. Number two, the ERC refunds blew up. We had so many applications for those ERC refunds. It's bonkers. If you were lucky enough to get in that first wave of applications, congratulations. You're on your way to a $26,000 refund per employee that you were, if you were an owner of a business and you had any employees that were W-2'd and you went through the process with the massrefund.com/Phil people, they're partners of mine and partnering with them, you were on your way to a free $26,000.
Yeah, you pay $500 retaining fee to a lawyer that you sign over them to fill out your tax credit for you that you could have just done through a simple form online by yourself and not paid anybody anything. And you've been able to do this since 2021, I think. And it keeps going until 2024. So
per employee that you had during the pandemic. This is free money that's being given out by the Fed. It's not a loan. It's not to be paid back. It's not like the
given out by the Fed. Given out by the Fed?
EIDL. It's not like
The Federal Reserve? The Fed? I thought they didn't exist anymore.
massrefund.com/Phil people. They're partners of mine and partnering with them. You were on your way to a free $26,000 per employee that you had during the pandemic. This is free money that's being given out by the Fed. It's not a loan. It's not to be paid back. It's not like the EIDL. It's not like the PPP. In fact, if you got the PPP and the EIDL loans, you still.
So Phil did. Phil and his wife got those, which is very interesting because I think he got it for being self-employed as a real estate broker. But was he actually licensed at that time to be a real estate broker? That's weird. I don't believe you were. I don't believe you were licensed then. Be a hell of a way to be a real estate broker, non-licensed, unable to be a real estate broker. That's interesting.
Still could get the ERC. This is totally different, totally separate. In my opinion, this is one of the things that is going to bankrupt the Fed. So take that money. Take it. Go to
take it because it's going to bankrupt the Fed. The ERC is the employee retention credit, and basically eligible employers, it gives them a tax credit that's allowed against certain employment taxes. So the credit is refundable, so meaning if you have extra, you can receive a cash payment. Some credits are non-refundable, okay? Non-refundable credits mean like if you owe $500 in taxes and you get $1,000 credit, non-refundable, it'll eliminate your $500, but that other $500 just disappears. Refundable means whatever you owe in taxes, if you, let's say you have a $500 tax bill and a $1,000 refundable ticket, not only will it pay off the $500 you own, but the credit for the other $500 will be sent to you in a check. So you could receive a payment portion for then. If it exceeds employment taxes or whatever taxes you have due. It's made to offset you still paying taxes for your employees even though you didn't make as much, you didn't have as much revenue that year because of COVID. And I'm sure a lot of businesses suffered from that. It came in with the CARES Act. You've been allowed to file this since 2021. You can file it all the way to 2024, and it's literally a film it's literally a page that you fill out, right? It's a form you fill out. I don't know why I kept saying film. It's a form you fill out. In certain cases, though, if the employer already has taken advantage of tax benefit or receives a loan or other tax benefits, then they may not be available. The specific tax and loan benefits employers must consider is paid sick leave and family leave refundable tax credits. Employers with 500 employees are required to provide paid sick leave. Fewer than 500 employees are required to provide paid sick leave or family leave to employees who are unable to work or telework due to certain circumstances related to COVID-19. These employers are entitled to refundable tax credits for the required leave paid up to specified limits. For more information, see COVID-19 regulation. Employment tax deferral. All employers may defer the deposit and payment of the employer's share of Social Security tax imposed under Section 3111 A of the IRS Code, or the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP loans. Small and medium-sized businesses may obtain PPP loan that provides funds for up to 8 weeks of payroll costs, including health and retirement benefits and certain other expenses. The PPP loans may be fully forgiven when at least 75% of the funds are used for payroll costs and other requirements are satisfied. For more information, see the Small Business Administration PPP website. Now, it said you may not be available for if you take some of these other loans or tax benefits. Or if you take these other loans or tax benefits may not be available to you. Now, Phil just said the exact opposite, but you'd have to check. I would check with, an accountant, obviously, if you have a business. I would not trust any fucking business. I wouldn't give him my money. I wouldn't buy his fucking silver. I damn sure ain't going to put him in charge of my health care.
Refund.com/Phil. Make sure you get
Take Geico, of course.
I want you to end up with my team, particularly the team that I know, the team that I put together. Otherwise, you're going to be left, dangling out in left field somewhere. No one's going to even know you're there, and I'm not going to be able to help you. So, if you are a business owner and you have W-2 employees,
this is the video from tonight.
You get $26,000 per employee. How much would that help you right now? I think it would help you quite a bit. How about if you just get $26,000? I think that'll help you quite a bit, would it not? Now let's say you have 10 employees, 260 grand. Yes, it's out there. You could get it, and it's not a loan. It is just it's like a grant. No strings. You just have to be a business owner and have W-2 employees. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell everybody that you possibly could. It's not just for my following. It's for all of you guys. Anybody that you possibly know. The theme of tonight is me trying my best.
So basically, the way that you could get money for this is you can claim credit for up to 50% of up to $10,000 in wages, including health care expensive health plan expenses, on wages paid after March 12th, 2020 and before January 1st, 2021. So this is for the year 2020. That's why you could file this in 2021, and you can't file it after 2024. You're just left. Eligible employers are those businesses, including tax-exempt organizations, with operations that have been fully or partially suspended due to government orders due to COVID-19. So if you didn't fully or partially suspend or slow, then you're going to be lying to them to get this. Or that have a significant decline in gross receipts compared to 2019. For convenience, in these frequently asked questions, reference to the operations of trade or business or similar references. So basically what this equates to is you have, let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So you could get, it's really more like it's 9 times 5,000, 50% of 10,000. But nine is not, so let's do 8 times 5,000 minus, you were eligible for, okay, hold on. 50% of up to $10,000 in wages paid after March 12th or before January 1st, equal to a credit equal to 50% of $10,000. Okay, hold on just a second. Here's an ERC refund calculator. Did you have them? Yes. Please select the option. Yes. Please select an option. Yes. Yes. How many employees did you have on average? Next. How many did you employ on average? Next. Somewhere between, it told me the same thing that Phil says, but somewhere between the minimum, if you qualify, would be $12,500 per employee, and the maximum if you qualify is $26,000 per employee.
To help you guys financially without just handing you money. I can't do that, obviously. But I can help.
Why? You handed money to other people.
Tonight is me trying my best to help you guys financially without just handing you money. I can't do that, obviously. But I can help you.
He literally has enough money and enough viewers. He could go out and hand people fucking probably $10 or $20 a piece for every viewer.
You find money.
You know what videos I like? I think they're interesting. I thought about making one. They go around and they say they like go around with a phone, right? And they walk around and they're just regular out in public, and they ask somebody, "Would you rather have $1 or double it and give it to the next person?" And then they'll say double it, and that'd be $2. Would you have $2 or double it and give the next person? $4, 4, 8, 10, 16. Sometimes it gets pretty high, and sometimes it'd be like somebody jerk a fucking $10 bill right off of you immediately.
That you don't know is there, just like through the ERC refund. ERC, by the way, stands for Employee Retention Credit. So by keeping your employees during the pandemic, you're getting a credit for that, $26,000 per employee. So I'm trying to find you money in spots. I'm trying to save money in other spots. I know that a lot of people out there are struggling. I get it.
By the way he says it is absolutely wrong. It's not $26,000 per employee. It depends on how much you paid them. It depends on which months you suffered. It depends on which months you're claiming. It depends on if they were employed the whole time. It depends on when you started your business. It depends on making sure that you had a loss of some type.
Totally get it.
Just saying, I had an employee during that time. $26,000 is not it. There's other things to qualify, but you should see an accountant. You shouldn't pay $5,000 or $500 to a lawyer plus a percentage of what you get back, and so apparently, from what I've heard from people who tried to sign up or their friends tried to sign up, the first thing, win, lose, or draw, whether you're going to make a dime on it or not, they tell you to tell them $500 for the lawyer, and the lawyer's going to file so they could do tax work on your behalf. So whether you get a credit or not, you go on $500. That's what I've heard. That's what people are saying, at least.
And I'm limited as one person sitting here in front of a camera and in front of a microphone. There's only so much I could do, but this is one thing that I could do. So consider goldquiz.com for a rollover. Consider maxrefund.com/Phil. Very important to get the /Phil in there so my team gets a hold of you and not just some customer service rep. And let's get that $26,000.
My team gets a hold of you, not some other customer. Phil doesn't have a team. This is an affiliate degree. Hold on just a second. It's an affiliate agreement. It's not Phil's team. All you're doing is referring it. Like, imagine saying, click on the link in my description. It's an affiliate link. And go buy something at Amazon. Anything you buy at Amazon within 24 hours, they will give this show some money, which is true. Okay? That's all true. Imagine me saying, you got to click on my link if you're going to shop at Amazon to make sure you get my Amazon team. What?
Per employee. Okay? All right. Now, for the rest of the night, we are going to do some intel drops, minor intel drops. I don't want anybody to get too excited. That will be on this broadcast. So it's not a locals only thing or anything like that, like I said before. That'll be on this broadcast. Everybody's going to hear that. Looks like we got a healthy 12 million total right now watching across all platforms, so that's good.
He can't even say it. Listen how he says it. You can tell he's fucking lying. Watch this. There's like a pause in it, and then it's said with a different inflection. Listen.
Looks like we got a healthy 12 million total right now.
A healthy 12 million. Healthy 12 million. So we got a good reach out there tonight. We didn't shut nothing down. We got a healthy 12 million. Again, for Phil to have the numbers he claims, half of every person in the world that uses Rumble would have to be watching Phil.
Tonight.
Okay.
Everybody's going to hear the Intel drops. The Q&A, like I said before, is only going to be for locals. Members, phil.lesky.locals.com to sign up. You have a good hour before we get to that. The rest of this broadcast is going to be about health insurance, which I said the other night. I'm trying my best.
By the way, only about a tenth or less of everybody who uses Rumble is even on at the same time, much less a half.
Best to help you find money and save money, and I found a great way to save a lot of money. Okay, and that is through health insurance. We're going to talk it all through tonight.
Oh, he found a great way to save money. By the way, this is Brad Barton's scam. It's like a health savings plan that Brad Barton started selling. Basically, he's like, I'm healthy, my wife's healthy, we don't hardly ever use insurance, so we put a little bit of money into this, then we have to use it, we get the money back. It's a pyramid scheme with health insurance. That's what it is.
I'm going to show you some stuff on the screen. In addition to that, after we go over all of that stuff, we're also going to do the Intel drops right before the Q&A. So we're going to go over the health insurance stuff now. Very important that I think everybody listens to this. Absolutely everybody within the sound of my voice right now has the ability to save hundreds, if not thousands, of dollars a month with what I'm about to show you. If you're struggling and you have health insurance right now, the premiums are so high you can't afford to pay them, pay close attention to what I'm about to show you. If you don't have health insurance right now because you can't afford it, pay close attention for what I'm about to show you, because now you can. We've come up with a way, we've devised a way to get you into having at least emergency healthcare services, health insurance, or cutting a substantial amount of money off of what you're paying now. In some cases, 30%, sometimes even more than that. That is a lot of fun.
Oh my God. No way.
You're paying $1,000 a month right now for a family of 4, just as an example. 30% off of that, $300 a month. How much does that help your family right now? $300 a month. I'm sure it helps your family a lot if you could get 30% off of what you're paying now. So I'm going to...
I knew it was probably a little fast for y'all. I had it on 2 times speed. Here's 1.5 now.
Right now, the website that I'm going to take you to. Let me just make a couple additions here with sources. Can't see crap without my glasses anymore, man, I'll tell you. Here we go. Okay. Let's make this guy smaller. Put him over here. Sorry, Mr. Lincoln. Sorry, Mr. Trump. But I'm going to block you out here a little while. All right, so the website that you're going to want to go to is my7khealth.com. That's my7khealth.com. I'm going to make this a little bigger.
By the way, if you're wondering, about 60% of Rumble users are from the U.S. About 22% are from other countries combined. 9% from Canada, 4% from Australia, 3% from UK, 2% from France, and 22% all others.
So we can read the words. There we go. My7khealth.com. Up to 30% or more, you have the ability to save on this health insurance. A couple things that people always ask that are right here on the screen. Let me highlight these to make it a little bit more readable. I don't know if that did anything, but there it is nonetheless. Through my7khealth.com. By the way, you do not have to be a 7K member to get this health insurance.
Oh my goodness, you don't have to be? My God. Thank goodness. I was worried you'd have to be a 7K member. This is just getting you into his system. Just getting you into his system. Phil, could you explain to us all why you weren't invited to the last big 7K shindig they had with all the 7K bigwigs? Remember they brought you out on stage and you were in that fucking yellow suit, looked like a retard, running around up there with a gold suit on. Why weren't you at the last event they had? What happened there?
You do not have to be a 7K member to get this health insurance.
Pet programs available. That's right.
Members of 7K for the gold and silver. I wouldn't be showing it if that were the case. If that were the case, I would only be showing it in some sort of 7K training. Oh, by the way, those of you that are on locals, you're obviously not able to see my screen right now. If you want to see my screen, you could hop over to Rumble, or you could just...
So they just uploaded this on YouTube 12 hours ago. Are you struggling to provide your family with quality, affordable health insurance? They literally just uploaded this on YouTube 12 hours ago. 7K is offering affordable health insurance, blah, blah, blah. One of the largest PPO networks in America, significant lower premiums, guaranteed issues without underwriting, reduce, eliminate deductibles, and max out-of-pocket expenses, year-round open enrollment, award-winning customer service. Have 24/7 access to non-emergency lines with medical professionals who will counsel, diagnose, write a prescription, and call it in. There you go. Pill mills. We offer plans for individuals, families, group, and small businesses, even pets. Phil's trying to become your one-stop shop for everything. I heard that Carrie's sort of a green thumb, and they were thinking about starting a camp. It's kind of like, it says Carrie's going to be running most of it. It's kind of like Girl Scouts or something, but an alternative, because Girl Scouts is like the evil cabal, whatever. But they're thinking about starting a camp for girls between the ages of 13 and 16 years old. And she's kind of got a green thumb. So when you go to this camp, you apparently, I guess you plant a flower and watch it grow. And that's something you learn, is planting flowers. And then you get to take that flower home with you, so you always remember it. And they were thinking about calling it Phil Godlewski's teen and preteen deflowering, because you take the flower home with you, and they get deflowered. There was somebody said defiled, but I think it was deflowered, and then you get sent right back home. And I heard, now I don't know if everybody gets this, but I heard you get a special set of earrings for Christmas. So there's that. Protect someone's most important to you. Take a few minutes, see how you can save up 30% or more on insurance. Call my7khealth.com, promo code TF2023. Wow.
Just go to my7khealth.com, my7khealth.com. So one of the main things people always ask when it comes to health insurance is about the PPO networks. Where could you actually go to get your service for health insurance? My 7K Health has one of the largest PPO networks in the entire country. So you're not just going with, a cheaper plan here, and you're not getting any providers. You are getting one of the largest networks in the entire country. I'm going to explain why this all matters at the end of this. So pay close attention, and it ties into some current event stuff that we've been talking about. There is no open enrollment.
This is not a website I would trust. I don't know who built this in about 5 minutes and couldn't even put up the ups here at the top. I'll have to pull it down to show you. They didn't even change the fucking standard logo from WordPress, okay? Like, look at this. It's still the WordPress logo. That W is the WordPress logo, okay? Like, check out my site. At least I went through and put Will the Thrill Bird up there, right? The little red circle, and Dono Clip, and CBC Merch, and YouTube, and Twitter, and they still have the WordPress logo stored up. Like, this was literally put up in just a few minutes. Maybe less than that. They embedded a video from YouTube. You can click a watch on YouTube. What channel is it from? It's from the one I just watched it on, Return to Gold and Silver Coin Investing and Stacking. So not even 7K's official channel. Oh, it's on Todd's channel. Awesome. It's on Todd's channel. Return to Gold and Silver Coin Investing and Stacking. Great. It's on the Todd Father's fucking backup 7K channel. So he's the one who they embedded the video from. That's good to know. And then it's got 4 little forms and a CAPTCHA at the bottom. This is not good. Please don't send these people money or your information. Jesus Christ. Edward Snowden built it. That's right. At least. Maybe more than that.
Restrictions. So you could literally apply for this at any time. You could do it tonight if you wanted to. Okay. They have individual and group plans. In fact, there is a strategy going on right now to try to get a group plan more readily available to a lot of people and bring the cost even further down. All right. So you could either get an individual plan. If you and a bunch of your family wanted to get in on it, you're going to save even more money doing that. And we're working behind the scenes to do some other stuff with that as well, which you'll learn about as you go through the application process. Award-winning customer service is the one thing that I really wanted to highlight. The customer service, when it comes to My 7K Health, you're not going to be talking to some person, halfway across flat Earth. You're going to be talking to somebody right here, an American voice, not hard to understand, somebody that treats you as a primary customer.
An American voice, not hard to understand. What's an American voice, Phil? You mean they fucking speak English natively? What's an American voice? Some of the best trained customer service agents in India are the ones that have an American voice. They sound like native English speakers, but they have an American voice. Not hard to understand, American voice. Listen to me, old ladies. You ever been on a phone call with Ishmael and you thought maybe he was going to suicide bomb you through the phone? Don't buy your insurance from Ishmael. Phil, I don't know if you know this or not, but Jesus was Middle Eastern, Phil.
You're not going to be talking to, anybody that you don't want to be talking to, in other words, okay? 24-hour virtual care. So you could literally hop on your computer or on your smart device and get virtual care with a real doctor. That's the important thing to remember. It's with a real doctor. It's not just, some schmo. All these things are incredible benefits.
Who gets... that's an important thing to remember. It's a real doctor, not some schmo. What? Show me a plan that has you call in to just some guy. Is there another plan somewhere that we're comparing ourselves to that they're like, just call this guy. His name's John. Oh, Dr. John? No. Just John Powers. He's a local guy I know. Some people would call him a schmo. But yeah, just call. Like, of course, if you have telemed, you're calling to talk to somebody who's authorized to work through telemed, either a fucking LPN or a doctor or whatever. Even our urgent care here in Irwin, 99% of the time is just an LPN. She sends shit off to get read. She has to get signed off. She does, but she's an LPN.
And it's easy to forget that you're saving money while you have all of these extra benefits that you're not getting with your current provider.
Oh, it's easy to forget that you're saving money because there's so many benefits. Sounds like you're trying to sell me a car based on the accessories that come with it.
Which, by the way,
it's easy to forget you only paid $100 for this car. Now, it doesn't run or drive, but look, keychains galore. You ever seen a more comfortable back seat? You could put your daughter and some random baseball coach back there. You know what I'm saying?
Is the cabal. Guaranteed issue without underwriting. So you don't have to go through an underwriting process to see if you qualify. You are guaranteed to get issued health insurance through this system. One thing that everybody has been asking in Telegram is about pet health insurance. I see all the pictures that you guys put in Telegram. It's overwhelming how much some of you love your pets. And yeah.
No one has been asking about pet health. Are you trying to tell me that before you mentioned this, said anything about it, that people were going wild in your Telegram saying, how do I get my fucking pet? How do I get insurance on my pet? How? I gotta know. Phil says, last warning, this chat will be deleted tomorrow on his old chat bullshit. That's not true, by the way. There's too many people there. He can't delete it. He can unlist it, but I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. He said that 2 days ago. Final warning. The chat will be deleted by tomorrow. New groups over here. That's his old chat. But that was 2 days ago. I apologize. I thought that already happened. Oh, what an idiot. People have been going crazy begging me, Phil, can you find a company? Can you find a company that will insure my pet? I'm worried to death. You know, I can't pay to feed my family, put a roof over their head, provide them food or drinking water. Thank you for the dono clip. I did hear it. I'll get it in a second. Food or water. I can't get them to school. I don't have gas money. I don't have a job. But God damn it, if my pet gets sick, I'll be crippled. By the way, I just searched pet insurance on Phil's brand new Telegram chat and on his old chat. His old chat came up with 0 results, and his new chat came up with 1. And it was from today. It says, Phil says they have pet insurance plans. Kim S. says, will we need this with med beds? Huh. Phil said no underwriting process needed. Are y'all fucking stupid? How are med beds right around the corner and Phil selling health insurance? For what?
Yes, they do have pet programs available. This is a big deal, guys. This is going to save you guys a lot of money, and I'm really proud to put
It's going to make Phil a lot of money.
starting as low as $39.95 a month. Imagine that. You get a family plan for $39. Now, obviously, a family plan, for $39.95, that's going to get you catastrophic coverage. It's not going to get you the full-blown policy like you might
Catastrophic coverage. That's what you get.
have if you're paying a lot more than that. But there's the 800 number to call. That rings a special line only for my 7K health members, for the customer service line dedicated to this particular group that I'm offering you guys tonight. You could also fill out the form fields at the bottom.
Let me ask you this. If this line reads a special number only for Phil people, if that's true, I meant to fix my camera earlier. I need to raise it up some, don't I? If that's true, Phil, I'm sure it is. But if that was true, could you please explain to me why the video is uploaded on the Todd Fathers page and the promo code is literally TF Todd Father 2023? Could you let me know what's going on with that? That's kind of interesting. Why would it be Todd Father 2023 on the Todd Fathers channel if that only rings a special line that is only good for Phil and Phil's following? There we go. We're a little bit higher. I'm sitting on a different chair, and I never adjusted the camera. Or I adjusted it, but now I've like lowered the chair back down some because my back isn't hurting as bad. Oh, wait. Uh-oh. I just found a little back door on your website. I just found a little back door on your website. Oh, no. Oh, no. Just a second. All right, I should slide in a little bit higher this time. It doesn't look like I'm falling off the screen. Proceedings brought by. Okay, that's not it. That's something different. Sorry, I can't play anything right now. I'm in a thing. Steps to enroll. Okay, I found a bunch of stuff. Addison, Texas. Is that the same number? No, this is a different number. History. Open that tab back up. That's a different number. So what is that number? 888-211-1734. 888-211-1734. 7K Health Group. Also, patriotsilver.gold. Patriotsilver.gold website. 7K medals. Whose website is this? Team at patriotsilver.gold. Training calendar reference, share plan, sound money wallet. 90 days of silver, testimonies, pre-recorded 7K, news, audiobooks, home, welcome. That's weird. That's very weird. PatriotSilver.com has the same number. Corey Hawthorne. Who is Corky Hawthorne? Who the fuck is Corky Hawthorne? Also advertising this. Why the fuck are so many people advertising this? So it's like a gigantic MLM, huh? You could also buy the exact same insurance from some guy named Corky Hawthorne, DeAndres Kettle, Not La Rondo, Vishal Tavi. Oh my God. We are in a mess here. All right, let's listen to this pitch.
Of the page, you just have to say that you're not a robot, and who knows who's a robot anymore. Watching mainstream media, you really got to wonder. So you could either call that 800 number there, or complete the form, and they'll call you on whatever number you enter there. Excuse me. I want to show you one more thing on this before we move on. Oh, and by the way, there's a cute little video right
Fucking Teresa's ass, who was so bored earlier, snuck back in and snuck back out. I guess she couldn't stick around anyways, even when she's not so bored. There,
if you want to watch it, it's like a minute long. It basically just goes over
some fucking people.
Just going over. And I want to show you this too. Pretty cool. George Magazine. We talked about George Magazine several weeks ago. Issue 5 is currently out. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah, they're interviewing you, right?
Seeing on the screen right now. That's the front cover of issue 5. Which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to George Magazine, I strongly recommend it. They are really doing great things over there at George. I am actually interviewing for George Magazine. I think for an issue coming out in April, I believe. So I'm going to be featured in George. And what I wanted to show you tonight with George Magazine is this. If you flip to, by the way, right here on the screen down here in this little tab thing, you can flip it and it'll actually take you through the pages of issue 5. Okay. What I really wanted to show you tonight, obviously, is on the front cover of the magazine, you are seeing the same My 7K Health promotion that we just did tonight. So My 7K Health is doing for George Magazine. I think for the April
on the front cover
coming out in April, I believe. So I'm going to be featured in George. And what I wanted to show you tonight with George Magazine is this. If you flip to, by the way, right here on the screen down here in this little tab thing, you can flip it and it'll actually take you through the pages of issue 5. Okay. What I really wanted to show you tonight, obviously, is on the front cover of the magazine.
That's not the front cover. It literally says, hold on. It literally says page 5, but when you flip back, it says page 3. That's not the front cover. That's page 2 and page 3. What are you talking about? The front cover.
Okay. What I really wanted to show you tonight, obviously, is on the front cover of the magazine, you are seeing the same.
Yeah, no one here believes in fucking med beds.
My 7K Health promotion that we just did tonight. So My 7K Health is now officially featured in George Magazine. Same phone number there, different promo code. You could either use the George one or TF23, I think it was on the. Let's go back to it. Where's that other one? Yeah, TF2023. See it right down here. TF23, I think it was.
Yeah, their promo card is George, and you're using the Todd Father's promo code. It's weird.
Let's go back to it. Where's that other one? Yeah.
Could you imagine? I'm going to contact. Hold on. What's it called? It's called George. It's George. It's not .com. It's georgeonline.com. georgeonline.com, I believe. Smaller businesses run with the big dogs. Team George. Businesses, we want to be fresh. If your ads will appear in multiple locations and not be removed for the life of the publication, your ad will appear on our website, within the flipbook, within the printed edition as well. Then a limited collector's editions. For details, call here. There's the collector's editions. So you can, here it is. If you want to be in a print magazine, a full page ad is $5,000. A 2/3 page ad is $3,500. A third page is $2,000. A half page is $3,000. Quarter page is $1,550. Website banner, $850. Embedded article is $500. In a printed, okay, in the printed version of it. But if you want to appear in the digital version, if it's not got a printed version, it looks like it's cheaper than that. I'm trying to find the rates. Print magazine advertising, but they're not printing all these magazines, only specific ones. Only limited edition, custom cover, numbered magazines are printed. I don't know. I have to look at the print thing. I might have to call him tomorrow.
You can see it right down here.
By the way, $5,000 is nothing if it's a gigantic nationwide publication that actually has people read it.
So you could use either of those promo codes. They're going to get you the same benefits. We're just trying to make sure that we track where all these are coming from and make sure that people are getting the best plans available based on where the leads are coming in. So if you are struggling to pay health insurance, if you have been having a hard time paying health insurance because of the rates that the cabal has been charging, now is your chance to officially not only get out of those high rates, but in addition to getting out of those high rates, you can now afford health insurance for your family, for yourself. It doesn't have to be, just for your family. It could just be for yourself. It could be for you.
So this is absolutely going to be another MLM. He's going to have people selling this insurance, I'm sure.
And your kids. It could be catastrophic coverage, but it's important. Currently, it's important to have health insurance. Is that going to be the case a year from now, year and a half from now, 10 years from now, 6 months from now? I don't know. We don't know, right? But in the meantime, why pay those rates? Why would you pay those rates and struggle when it's not necessary? It's not necessary. You do not have to pay those rates. You could pay much cheaper rates for much better. And that's the thing too. It's not just cheaper rates for a crappy plan. You're not, paying less for garbage. You're paying less for a better plan.
No, it's a pretty shitty plan. Plan A, which basically only gives you $10,000 for an individual or $20,000 total for a family, is that's plan A. That's the cheapest plan. Plan B is $20,000, $40,000. That is the next level up, and then the highest level gives you $20,000 individual, $40,000 family with additional $25,000 or $50,000 in outpatient benefits, and that's literally the only 3 plans that they have available. That's the only 3 plans they have available. I found a back way into the website. That's the only 3 they have.
And you don't have to be a 7K member. I don't know how many times I have to say that. You do not have to be a 7K member. So the gold and silver thing has nothing to do with My 7K Health. This is a standalone entity, even though it's called My 7K Health. Excuse me, soda. You don't have to be a member of 7K Metals to apply. You can fill out that form, and you will get excellent coverage for very little dollars per month. Keep some money in your bank account. Who knows? MedBed technology comes. We saw something with Zap the other day that I put on Telegram. Trump was.
We're going to talk about that if we have time, either today or some other time. But yeah, that's not true. Obviously, that's not true. What he was showing was radio surgery. That picture has been circulated a ton of times. It's got Trump standing in front of that machine at Foxconn, which is that plant that was supposed to be built up in wherever in the USA and was never finished. Still to this day has never been finished. But Foxconn came up with this. It's called radio surgery. Basically what it is radiation treatment for cancer. That one specifically that he shows is only for the brain or the top of the spine. But instead of like just sending radiation through your body to kill the bad cells and affect other cells, it's basically like, you know how a laser beam has a parallax where you can shoot a laser beam and at a certain point it comes out like this, and at a certain point it comes out like this and crosses. They use where it crosses at to be very particular with the radiation so they can just destroy the cells they want. It's a better way to treat cancer, but it's not a med bed. It never was a med bed. It's radio surgery, which has basically been around since the fucking, I don't know, the 60s or some shit. This is just a more advanced. It scans your head. It's supposed to be more accurate than the other things they have before.
Was on the screen and all that stuff. So who knows what will happen with med beds? But until that happens, until we get to that point of healthcare, until we get to that point of not needing health insurance anymore.
It's covered by a company called FMA Benefits. FMA Benefits, and the plan is called SNI. In their SNI plan, FMA Benefits. It's no wonder there's a tremendous stress on the minds of literally tens of millions of people who either have no health insurance or have too little health insurance or are paying significantly too much for their health insurance. Can you relate? Here's where it gets really good, and we mean juicy. FMA Benefits brings the very best solutions into reality and provides them exclusively to our friends, partners, and clients. That's where you come in. We all know the topic of health insurance is limited based on a budget. Therefore, we have made something available to every socioeconomic status, starting at $39.95 for the entire family. At this point, you should be saying, what? Yes, we presume you want to know more. Get the scoop. Check out the premium list of providers. Verify you can access the pharmacy down the street and ask some questions. Perfect. We've already put ourselves in your shoes, and quite candidly, that's how we make every decision. What we aren't like others. There's significantly lower premiums, ancillary programs to reduce or eliminate deductibles and your maximum out-of-pocket expense. Guaranteed issue without underwriting to enrollment and monthly effective dates. Not subject to open enrollment. Largest PPO network in America. Fantastic customer service. Bottom line, you have arrived exactly where you dreamed of when it comes to truly affordable health insurance. After all, that's our specialty. So they're just labeling it 7K Health and then fulfilling the insurance to another person. Yeah. Find a primary healthcare service PPO provider. Let's see if they have any providers in my area. Search by name or license number. Okay, let's do. I need primary care. Family practice, that's fine. Let's see who they take. I'm looking for a practitioner that takes this insurance. There's a few here. Basically, a few doctors listed in my town, a few over in North Carolina. A few down in Jonesboro. Tell me how far they are away from me and shit. It lists every provider there. I wanted to find a plan. Hawaiian multi-plan, pharmacies, located pharmacy, Mesa. I'll have to look about some more stuff. SNA, SNI Plus plan video, SNI Mesa, SNI Sierra, SNI supplemental plans. Like, they have so many freaking weird plans. 24-hour virtual care rates, SNI Plus plan rates, Mesa, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what I need to match the rates up to the ones that they're given. Oh, they've named their plan something different. I see. 7K renamed the plans, but they're basically the same. Okay. That makes sense. Frequently asked questions. Yeah, that's the same fact that they're running over on the other website. Enroll now. Contact us. About us. SNI plan plus plan video. Maybe they'll actually have somebody speaking. It doesn't sound like it. It's called Sovereign Nation Insurance. I shit you not. It's called Sovereign Nation Insurance. Hold on. Look at this. This is the company they're using.
The SNI Plus plan is a great option for those that only need coverage for preventive care, minor medical services, and limited amounts towards...
For preventative care, minor medical services, limited amounts towards major medical instances.
It allows someone who does not need or want major medical or maternity coverage a reasonably priced alternative. The Plus plan covers primary care office visits, specialist office visits.
There it is. Let's make that big. Networks, primary care practitioner and ancillary only. Preventative services. In network, you pay $0, then covered at 100%. Out of network, you pay $100 copay, then 100%. National Lab Discount Program. Over 50 labs, they start at $15, 50 to 80% discounts. National Imaging Programs. Discounted, cash, pay pricing for MRIs. So you have to pay cash for if you need an MRI, CT, an X-ray, or an ultrasound. PCP visits in person. In networks, $35. Out of network, you cannot go. Specialist visits. In network, $75. Out of network, you cannot go. Urgent care in network is $125. You get one visit per year to a specialist or to an urgent care. And if it's out of network, you cannot go.
And preventive care services. Under the plan, an insured receives unlimited PCP office visits covered after a low copay when using an in-network provider.
Preventative services. Max coverage for mammograms is $1,000 and colonoscopy is $2,500. Waiting period of 1 month on all preventative care except colonoscopies, which are subject to a 6-month wait. Holy shit.
Preventive care service.
Hope you don't need it bad.
No copay when performed by an in-network provider, provided the waiting period of 1 month has been...
That's what SNI stands for, Sovereign Nation Insurances.
...for preventive colonoscopies, which have a...
It just popped up on the screen.
Additionally, the Plus plan covers 1 urgent care visit per year and provides limited coverage for ambulance, ER, hospital stays.
Is that for your whole family? 1 urgent care visit per year for your whole family? We could burn through that on a weekend. Any weekend.
And surgery. The Plus plan will cover up to $1,000 a day for a max of 10 days for overnight hospital stays. A prescription discount card is provided for accessing low-cost medications at the pharmacy.
Generic medications average less than $5. Diabetes program, diabetic supply access. Well, of course you have access to them. How much does it fucking cost, bro? Members need access to maintain and especially maintenance and specialty medications costing over $150 per month, which is most of them. Work with SharX Advocate after registering online. SharX will help members obtain these medications through pharmacy alternatives. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Generic medications.
If you don't know, I have a relative who has like a prison style tattoo on their arm that says "Survivor Diabetes." I shit you not. So just that's the inside joke you guys are missing.
Average less than $5 for a 30-day supply. Insureds needing access to maintenance and specialty medication
Why'd you skip over the diabetes?
costing over $150.
Now don't forget, his audience is mostly elderly. His audience is mostly elderly. And that mostly elderly audience needs health care the most. Yeah, I told you if you didn't do something with it, it was going to be destroyed, man. His audience is going to need health care the most.
Per month, we'll work with a Sharks prescription advocate to access their high-cost medications. Insureds have 24/7 access to immediate virtual care with Connected Care, a convenient, no-cost entry point for healthcare needs. In addition to medical telemedicine services, they will have access to 3 mental telehealth visits per year and unlimited access to a mental health AI chatbot.
A mental health AI chatbot. Oh, you thinking about unaliving yourself? Talk to Amy, our AI chatbot. You'll jump off a bridge before she finishes her second sentence.
It is important to note that the Plus plan has pre-existing condition coverage limitations for ER, hospital, and
The Plus plan has pre-existing condition coverage limitations for ER, hospital, and surgical claims. So if you have a pre-existing condition, you're fucked. The pre-existing conditions within the preceding 24 months of the policy effective date will not be covered for the first 2 years of the policy, except for cancer, which goes 5 years back. It won't be covered for 5 years. Awesome.
and surgical claims. Pre-existing conditions within the preceding 24 months of the policy effective date will not be covered for the first 24 months.
You better have not been sick in the last 2 years. You can't get that shit covered.
Of the policy, except for cancer, which has a 5-year look-back period.
It's weird he's not going in depth in all these videos. If I can find them, I'm sure he has access to them. Sovereign Nations Insurance. Sovereign Nations Insurance. I told you that's what it was called. You know why it's called that, right? Do you know why it's called Sovereign Nations Insurance? Who calls themselves sovereign nations within the U.S.? They're signing up. They're signing these people up under a tribal insurance plan. Sovereign Nations Insurance was established and organized through the strength of an intertribal association of federally recognized sovereign Indian tribes. SNI is well positioned to provide outstanding health care and benefit solutions throughout the United States to all its members. Sovereign Nations Health Consortium, SNHC, is an intertribal association of federally recognized sovereign nations committed to ensuring the existence and longevity of our tribe while providing modern health care solutions for... You can't make this up. They're signing them up. I just got to go see my doctor where here in town. Nah, we got to drive out to the reservation. You remember where the casino's at? Just behind just behind there. My doctor, yeah, runs with wind. Doctor runs with wind. He is. Oh man! Native American Restoration Act, the NARA, strives to stimulate awareness and economic recovery for Native American and international indigenous tribal health issues. without forgetting each individual member needs to. Membership in NARA provides an opportunity for Indians and non-Indians alike to help restore marginalized people and forgotten indigenous communities. I mean, like, I'm on their website. It's Sovereign. I'm reading from their website. Sovereign Nations Insurance. Oh, my God. As sovereign tribal nations within the United States, the wholly tribal-owned Sovereign Nations Health Consortium and its wholly owned health insurance company, Sovereign Nations Insurance, along with the wholly owned inter-tribal membership organization, all operate in accordance with federal law and tribal law. The headquarters and operations of SNHC, SNI, and NARA are on tribal reservation land, held in trust by the United States of America for the tribes, where good luck suing these people if you ever need to, where general state regulatory laws do not apply and are preempted by tribal laws and Congress plenary authority over Indian affairs, in addition to U.S. constitutional bars to state authority over interstate or intertribal commerce. Tribal law governs the operation of SNHC, SNI, NARA, and your consensual contractual relationship with these entities. As a wholly owned tribal entity, SNHC, SNI, and NARA are absolutely immune from suit or claim of any kind except as prescribed by the plan documents. As wholly owned tribal entities, SNHC, SNI, and NARA are absolutely immune from suit or claim of any kind except as prescribed by plan documents. Okay, sounds good. I'm ready to sign me up, baby. What is wrong with this guy? What is wrong with him? Can non-Indians purchase it? Yes. Through the established tribal health and insurance code, anyone in the continental United States that agrees to follow the code can become a member of the Native American Restoration Act Association, NARA, is eligible to purchase an SNI insurance policy. Programs are available for primary policyholders that are between the ages of 18 and to 64 and their dependents. Over 64, just fucking die. How about that? How about that? Probably 75% of Phil's audience is not going to be able to sign up. You got to be younger than 64. What type of insurance license is required? An agent must obtain a tribal insurance license. Oh my God. Like, I'm not talking any shit to Native Americans. But do you understand this guy is selling tribal insurance? Tribal, Native American tribal insurance to his following because there's less regulations, there's less requirements. They don't have to meet zero health insurance standards is what's driving up the price of insurance under like the Obamacare and laws passed before that. Not just Obamacare, but laws passed before that. They don't have to meet any of those regulations. So they can just sell you the shittiest fucking insurance and you can't even come after them. It's tribal insurance. Even people who live on reservations have regular fucking insurance. Like, I've got friends and distant family that still live on reservations and they have like Blue Cross Blue Shield. Not sovereign nations insurance. The first time one of Phil's old ladies goes to the doctor, some guy with a stick with about 4 fucking monkey skulls on it. No, that's racist. I shouldn't say that. But still, they do not know they're being sold tribal insurance. You can't convince me they do. You cannot convince me they do. Does the SNI policy satisfy the federal mandate under ACA? Tribal governments and tribal organizations like SNHC qualify for exemptions under the Affordable Care Act. That's why pre-existing conditions is not covered. That's why it's so cheap with pre-existing conditions. Because SNI is 100% tribally owned insurance companies administered by tribal governments that regulate and grant membership in the tribal health communities and the Native American Restoration Association, a policyholder can qualify for exemptions from the ACA individual mandate requirements. Phil probably figured this out when he was paying all those penalties on his taxes, which are not presently being enforced at the federal level. Policyholders should check with their tax advisor or attorney if they have questions. They are not. Oh, fuck. How is this legal? As duly constituted, intertribal government instrumentally, wholly owned by federally recognized Indian tribes, SNHC, exercises delegated authority from participating tribes to perform essential government functions, including regulating and administering tribal health and insurance laws. SNHC regulates health insurance services according to tribal law for the tribal health community established by Tribal Health and Insurance Code. SNHC is in good standing with each participating tribal government. SNHC has an EIN issued by the Internal Revenue Service, has given due notice as a tribal entity engaged in commerce through the Department of Commerce and corporations in Utah, and has been issued a state entity number. The tribal sovereignty and supremacy of federal law provide a firm legal foundation for SNHC, SNI, NARA. Tribes have the right through duly constituted tribal organizations to protect access to health care and serve not just tribal members, but also non-Indians that are part of. Somebody's got to make a meme of Phil shirtless, thin as a rail, tiny little frail feminine frame with a full Indian headdress and some type of staff that says, "Have you checked your prostate today?" Somebody's got to make it. Somebody's got to fucking make it. It must be made. I'll start advertising. I'll buy philsinsurance.com and put it up there. Oh. And to provide services to eligible beneficiaries and non-beneficiaries recognized by the Indian Healthcare Improvement Act and other federal laws. Federally recognized tribes. Imagine this. Imagine a company that sounds so fucking shady that in your own frequently asked questions, you have to have a section that says, how the fuck is this legal? How the fuck is this legal? Your company appears so shady that in your own frequently asked questions, you have to have a section called, how the fuck is this legal? Federally recognized tribes have inherent sovereignty, which means they have the right to make their own laws and govern themselves. The federal government has enforceable legal obligations to encourage and facilitate tribal self-sufficiency. Through economic development, tribes participating in SNHC have exercised that sovereignty to create and operate SNHC, SNI, and NARA. SNI has the ability to market both on and off reservation because of sovereignty and because of the United States Constitution, including the Interstate Commerce Clause and Intertribal Commerce Clause. Tribes and tribal business are not legally required to only do business on their respective reservations. Legal precedence allows tribes to do business off reservation as well and provide services and goods to non-tribal members. They can legally do business under the U.S. Constitution, which makes interstate commerce and intertribal commerce a matter for the exclusive regulation of the federal government instead of states. Phil, do they know they're signing up for tribal insurance?
If we ever get to that point, save yourselves hundreds, if not thousands of dollars by just taking a quick.
If we ever get to that point, talking about med beds.
But until that happens, until Zap the other day that I put, keep some money in your bank account. Who knows? You know, med bed technology comes. We saw something with Zap the other day that I put on Telegram, Trump was on the screen and all that stuff. So who knows what will happen with medbeds. But until that happens, until we get to that point of healthcare, until we get to that point of not needing health insurance anymore, if we ever get to that point, say.
No. He doesn't have to be licensed or a Native American. They're going through a third-party company that's recommended it through 7K. He's not actually selling it. You can't buy insurance from Phil. They're getting some type of affiliate agree just for sending people to sign up, something like that. It's not illegal.
Save yourselves hundreds, if not thousands of dollars by just taking a quick conversation. Enter in a form that only has a few questions on it. Have that.
It's disgusting as fuck, but I don't think it's illegal.
Save yourself some money. Okay? All right. My7khealth.com for those of you just tuning in.
If I tell people that, Blue Cross Blue Shield or whatever, AmeriGroup, I'm sure I could find an affiliate agree where if I refer people to sign up for AmeriGroup, they'll give me $50 and I wouldn't be licensed at that point.
And then my7khealth.com, maxrefund.com/Phil for the employee retention credit. If you are a business owner and you have W-2 employees, maxrefund.com/Phil. You want to roll over that IRA, 401k?
I knew that 7K. You know how much work and paperwork and filing fees and red tape and to become an actual insurance company is? I knew 7K wasn't hosting this themselves. They have to be going through some type of third party. Well, it turns out they're going through Sovereign Nations Insurance.
It's backed by the stock market, goldquiz.com.
So far we have battery-powered chainsaws. This is after he said he was going to stop advertising. We have battery-powered chainsaws, night vision goggles, gut cleanse for a positively spit-shine sphincter, dog food, and tribal health insurance. Will, do you know where I can buy a 2-ounce silver coin worth $50 that I pay for $300? I think I know just the guy. Holler at me later and I'll give you a number. We had a dono clip, didn't we? I need to play it. Oh, we had 2 clone dono clips. One from Ramesh is back.
Well, Bird, this is Ramesh. I just bought my health insurance from Phil. And my goats got it too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I laughed. I don't know if you could hear all of it. Here we go.
Well, Bird, this is Ramesh. I just bought my health insurance from Phil Godlewski. And my goats got it too.
Ramesh just bought his insurance from Phil Godlewski, and the goats got it too. The goats got it too. Thank you very much, Ramesh, for sending me the reminder that I need to check up. Thank God. If I didn't have VA coverage, I'd be jumping all over this ship. Okay, it's wild. Y'all are nuts. Had a dono clip as well. Let's check it. I think it's a video. Here we go.
You have no idea who you've been talking to.
You have no idea who you've been talking to. Was that an albino shit or was that ice cream? Here you go. Here it is again.
You have no idea who you've been talking to.
You have no idea who you've been talking to. That's an all-white shit. An all-white pile of shit like Phil. Selling tribal insurance. Thank you very much for the donation and the support. These are very fun. I think we could have a ton of fun with these. These are very fun. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
That's all I got for you tonight. Okay? So I want to get right into Intel now. By the maxrefund.com/Phil. You want to roll over that IRA 401k that's backed by the stock market? Goldquiz.com.
That's right, WTH.
Okay. So I want to get right into Intel now.
Intel. Now it's Intel time.
Subscribe to George Magazine. I strongly recommend doing that. You can either get the hard copy or the digital copy or both. That's up to you. The magazine is up and running and it is flowing. They're doing great things over there. I'm excited to be part of the April issue, and that's gonna be pretty fun. I better get the front cover though. Charlie Ward got the front cover. So
Charlie Ward's bigger than you.
I want to be like on page 8. I just think that maybe I should get the front cover too. I think it's just fair. So we'll see. Anyway.
What was the weird smile? Like everybody knows you're a vain piece of shit who's worried about somehow acting like you made it on your own when all you did was grift your way to the top. We get it.
Let's talk about some stuff. So
the video of the commercial went all the way to 44 minutes. The video is an hour and 20 minutes. So over half the video was an ad.
Start off with Mr. Fetterman. John Fetterman is the current senator of Pennsylvania. If we remember, Mr. Fetterman was in...
Before we move on too far, let's talk about his insurance. So there's a company called FMA Benefits. That's the name of the company that he's selling insurance from. That operates under that sells SMI. FMA is a parent company that is providing this SMI service. So there's 4 companies here. There's Phil getting a kickback for a finder's fee. Then there's 7K. Then 7K works with SMI. I'm sorry, 7K works with FMA. FMA is buying the insurance through the tribal insurance. Okay, so they're all getting their piece of the pie. I'm sure. It says about us, like your favorite song lyrics or a timeless photo. FMA Benefits. We make every effort to leave an everlasting impression upon your health insurance. Our best asset is our extraordinary people, and each one of us is committed to protecting all of yours. We don't take the topic of health insurance lightly. After all, the top reason for bankruptcy is the inability of someone to afford unexpected medical bills, and with this insurance, that would still be true. It's our desire for you to remain in good health, enjoying the highest quality of life as possible. While this is always the objective, unfortunate and untimely events can happen to anyone, including you. Perhaps you've heard the statement, dig your well before you are thirsty. For us, that means advising you to put a plan together that will provide for your medical needs. Protect your bank account long before any issue arises. Here at FMA Benefits, we provide multiple health insurance programs, meeting your budget and maximizing your ability to visit the hospitals and doctors of your choosing inside the largest PPO network in America. We've got you covered. So basically, this is the same as you paying cash, and because it's I would say they have some type of thing where they're basically accepted almost anywhere. We've got you covered because we know you want as much value from your health insurance plan as possible for the lowest impact on your household budget. As we evaluate what's best for you or your family, our philosophy is simple. If the advice it's the advice we'd give our mother. It's the advice we'd give you. It's all about trust, and our clients always have that with us. So go ahead, hedge your bet on us. You won't be sorry. Everyone is talking about us. You might as well be one of them. Around here, that's a good thing. So that's the company. Now, when you go further into this company's website, the website I just showed you was called SMA or FMA. We're still at FMA, right? But then it suddenly turns to facts about SNI. Why would a company called FMA Benefits, that's supposed to be an insurance company, why would their fact page not say facts about FBA, the company? Why would it say facts about SNI? And that's when I got to looking for the Sovereign Nations link. So it says, what is Sovereign Nations Health Insurance Consortium, SNHC? SNHC is an intertribal association made up of the following federally recognized tribes. Shivwits band of, I can't read all those tribes, a bunch of tribes. The tribes of SNHC, each federally recognized as sovereign Indian tribes instead of the Bureau of Indian Affairs, are listed on the Bureau of Indian Affairs Indian Entities Recognized list. SNHC is a tribal government instrumentally exercising delegated authority from participating tribes to regulate and administer tribal health and insurance laws. SNHC regulates the health insurance services according to tribal law for the tribal health community established by the Tribal Health and Insurance Code. SNHC owns and operates a wholly owned sovereign domestic insurance company called Sovereign Nations Insurance. SNI is a 100% tribally owned insurance company owned by multiple federally recognized tribes. Federally recognized tribes have inherent sovereignty, which is the right of tribes to make their own laws and govern themselves. The tribes participating in SNHC have exercised the sovereignty to create. Basically, it seems like they're able to do this through a loophole called NARA, which is the National American Restoration or Native American Restoration Act, which basically says that if an Indian person makes a business that they're allowed to sell it to anyone, right? Same thing with casinos. The only way casinos would work is if anybody could use them, right? You don't want a casino on your own land and it's only your people that can use it. There wouldn't be enough business. So it seems like they're working under the same loophole that casinos work under, right? The tribes participating in SEC has exercised their sovereignty to create and operate SNI. SNI engages in interstate and intertribal commerce, both on and off reservation with the members of the tribal health community established by sovereign tribal law. SNI is limited liability. So, see, they're obviously connected to SNI. Can non-Indians purchase it? Yes, through NARA. What is NARA? It's a federally recognized tribal government nonprofit membership organization. NARA is committed to restoring the health of Native Americans and indigenous populations at home and abroad. SNI insurance policyholders are members of NARA and contribute a small monthly fee to NARA. So basically, you're paying for free health care to Native Americans by signing up for this while you get really shitty health care. To restore the health of indigenous people through related government economic development. What's the privileges? Becoming a member of NARA qualifies a person as a member of the tribal health community, which in turn grants them access to tribal insurance products through SNI. So you have to be a member of NARA to get this. Do they use a network of policy? Yes. SNI policyholders have access to providers in the PHCS, practitioner and auxiliary network, and can locate providers by multiplan.com/SNI. Members also have access to a secondary network called PNAO. So what is the PHCS network? Hold on. So they're qualified and signed up through something called the PHCS network, which has to be something that's all. Multiplan's PHCS network is only national independently contracted primary PPO to have accredited by NCQA for credentials. Private healthcare system network. So they're latched on to another place that makes sure they're qualified to so people accept you, right? You have in-wet network, out-wet network. They go through the PHCS network, which seems like a pretty big one, which must mean why they're accepted everywhere I'm here. Additionally, members receiving care in the states of Montana and Minnesota also have access to multi-plan practitioner auxiliary network. Members receiving care in Wyoming have access to first choice of Midwest network if otherwise eligible for services at tribal health facilities of participating tribes. Members of NARA and SNI policyholders may be eligible for health services at those facilities. So you could even go to the local reservation. Does it satisfy the federal mandate? No, but you're immune to it. Is SNI subject to federal and state regulations? Not state at all, ever. How is this legal? Again, how is this fucking legal? And it's the same fact from the other website. Okay, so we have the frequently asked questions. We went over that. This is the next FMA. So we can close that. We can close that. We can close that. SNI, this website here has the... this is who FMA is. Get in touch. How do you contact them? That's their contact. Same number. That's how I found them. 888-211-1734. If you're already enrolled, you can use your ID card to log in, blah, blah, blah. They're located in Dallas, in Addison, Texas on Dallas Parkway, Suite 320. And they're at 7khealth.com. So somebody's founded this company as an insurance company, already had one, and has solely sold out to these people. I also wanted to go to the videos. All right, let's look at the next plan up. The next plan up, and I'm going to go pee while it plays, but here you go. This is the second plan. I'll put it on full screen. The Mesa plan.
The Mesa plan covers hospitalizations, preventive care, maternity, outpatient services, and more. The deductible for this plan is $5,000. An individual must meet the deductible one time per plan year, and the deductible for a family would be 3 times the individual amount. There is a 20% coinsurance for this plan as well. Including the coinsurance out-of-pocket maximum of $5,000, the total annual out-of-pocket max an individual insured would have to pay is $10,000, and for a family, it is $30,000. The annual coverage maximum for the plan is $100,000.
Oh, shit. $5,000 deductible or $15,000 for families. A $15,000 deductible. $100,000 maximum, which doesn't go shit in healthcare if you have catastrophic something. Lifetime coverage. Lifetime coverage. You can have so if you get over $500,000 in medical bills, they kick you out. That's lifetime limit. Wow. Wow. Total out-of-pocket maximum is $10,000 or $30,000 for families out of pocket. And that doesn't include office visits or prescriptions.
The MESA plan covers some items and services, even if a policyholder hasn't yet met the deductible amount.
Networks, in-network copay for preventative services, $0, $100 out-of-network. PCP, 4 visits per year, combined with specialist, $50, then 20% coinsurance. Specialist visits, if you don't have coinsurance, then I guess you got to pay that out of pocket too. 150, over 50 labs starting at $15, a discounted cash pay price for, you got to pay cash for all the imaging.
Such as preventive care services and doctor visits. An insured has 4 combined PCP and specialist office visits per year covered after a low copay and 2 urgent care visits per year. Facility
100% covered. Got it. Up until the fucking amount deductible, then 20% coinsurance plus amounts exceeding their reasonable and allowed amounts. So as if they don't, if let's say you do have a procedure that costs $10,000. But they only think it's reasonable and allowed for $3,000. The rest of it's out of pocket, too.
And inpatient services are 100% covered after paying the deductible plus 20% coinsurance, up to the total out-of-pocket maximum. It is also important.
Coinsurance is supposed to mean you have like a secondary plan and it pays 20% coinsurance, but instead that's 20% out of pocket.
Important to note that these services do have a graduated coverage schedule for insureds with a pre-existing condition. A pre-existing condition is defined as any medical condition for which one has experienced signs, symptoms, testing, or treatment within 24 months prior to the S&I policy effect.
You can have the reason people abuse this pre-existing condition, okay? First of all, that means if you have a bad condition, you're kind of stuck with the healthcare you have or nobody will sign you up. Second of all, let's say you do get diagnosed with cancer or something horrible, and then you have a few doctor's visits where you were feeling under the weather, you were sick, low energy, something, you didn't know what was going on. You thought it might be seasonal. You thought it might be old age. You thought it might be low testosterone. And they'll say, oh, that was signs and symptoms, right? You went to the doctor 3 times. You said that you weren't feeling well. You said that you're feeling under the weather. You said that you felt that was signs and symptoms of cancer. We don't cover that.
Effective date, except for cancer, which has a 5-year look-back period. The chart shown here outlines the coverage schedule for pre-existing conditions. Maternity is also covered under the MESA plan when the expected delivery due date is at least 300 days after the S&I.
Maternity is subject to $5,000 deductible. So you get, if you have a baby, $5,000 deductible, separate from plan deductible for a normal delivery plus 20% of coinsurance. Must have an expected due date before delivery of at least 300 days after your plan effective date for bills to be covered. Wait a second. Must have an expected due date for delivery at least 300 days after. So you couldn't know you were pregnant. It costs $5,000 whole back. You couldn't know you were pregnant because you're pregnant for what, 36 weeks? Right? 36 weeks is 252 days. So there's no way you could know you were pregnant, and you can't get pregnant within the first 50 days of 40 weeks. I don't know why I thought it was 36. I don't know. 40 weeks, so you couldn't get pregnant for the first 20 days. I don't know why I thought it was 36. It was stuck in my head, but you couldn't get pregnant for the first 30. You couldn't know you were pregnant. You couldn't get pregnant for the first 30 days or 20 days.
Policy effective date. A separate deductible of $5,000 plus 20% coinsurance
Yeah, it's separate from your regular deductible. It's a separate deductible.
will apply to maternity
It
claims.
doesn't even count towards your family deductible or any of that.
Mesa has 3 tiers of prescription coverage for low-cost medication.
Holy shit. If you have a $1,500 to or $150 to $400 insurance, you have to pay 40%, and they'll only do it once. If you have a prescription over $150, you can get it filled once. If it's under $400. If it's not under $400, fuck you. Fuck you. Paid out of pocket.
Insureds needing access to maintenance and specialty medicine
Oh, that's why I did it, because 9 months is 36 weeks. Maybe.
will work with an advocate to access their high-cost medications using Sharks. Insureds have 24/7 access to immediate virtual care with Connected Care, a convenient, no-cost.
Thank God you just don't have regular schmoes you call into on this line. This is literally the worst insurance plan I've ever heard in my life. Not because it's tribal or whatever. Well, kind of because it's tribal, not because of tribal people, but because they can make. They're not held to any of the other standards that all other insurance is.
In addition to medical telemedicine visits, they will have access to 3 mental telehealth visits
But if you use telehealth, you do have a separate $100,000 deductible. What?
per year and unlimited access to a mental health AI chatbot.
There's only 3. There's 3 fucking plans. That's it. There's one more. The Sierra plan. Here we go. It's going to be the best one, I can tell.
The Sierra plan is a comprehensive plan offered through SNI.
Holy shit. $30,000 family deductible for $30,000 of maximum out of pocket. Total out of pocket $60,000. Lifetime cover and maximum is $1 million.
That includes coverage for major medical events, outpatient services, prescriptions, and more. Prospective customers select one of 3 deductible amounts to best fit their budget and medical needs. An individual must meet the deductible 1 time per plan year, and the deductible for a family would be 3 times the individual amount. There is a 20% coinsurance for this plan as well, and the lifetime coverage maximum is $1 million. This plan covers some items and services even if a policyholder hasn't yet met the deductible amount, such as preventive care services and doctor visits. However, a copayment or coinsurance may apply, as well as waiting periods and maximum coverage amounts. An insured has 5 combined PCP and...
By the way, so according to this is from the news site, americaprogress.org, talking about some changes that happened of the ACA. 20 million people, if they repealed it, 20 million people lose coverage. 35 insurance companies will no longer be required to issue rebates when they overcharge Americans. 2019 insurance companies returned $1.37 billion for overcharge. Tax revenue. There was one about, I think it was this. What was it? Where was that at that I just saw that? It was about lifetime. Hold on, I'll find it. Millions of Americans are disabled and rely on ACA's consumer protections and coverage. Prior to the ACA, prior to the American Care Act, people would be functionally uninsured after hitting arbitrary or annual lifetime coverage limits. The ACA prohibits insurances from setting coverage limits. So under the Affordable Care Act, we don't have coverage limits anymore. as well as denying coverage or raising prices for pre-existing conditions. All the stuff that they can still do and run a shittier plan, and it is cheaper technically.
Specialist visits covered after a low copay. After that, additional visits are covered at 100% only after the deductible has been met.
Someone asked, is Sovereign Nations insurance real? And the first comment is, yeah, real bad. Oh.
Facility and inpatient services are 100% covered after paying the deductible plus 20% coinsurance, up to the total out of...
Wait a second. December 21st, 2022. So literally a few months ago in December. Olympia, Washington. Insurance Commission Mike Creedler has ordered Sovereign Nations Insurance, LLC, to stop selling unauthorized healthcare insurance in the state of Washington. Creedler's office issued a cease and desist order on December 20th, 2022. The company is domiciled in Utah and describes itself as tribally owned and tribally controlled domestic health insurance company regulated by 3 tribes that created it. The McCarran-Ferguson Act gives states regulatory authority over insurance. The company has sold health insurance policies in Washington, though it does not have authorization from the Office of Insurance Commissioners to do so. The company also sells insurance plans with pre-existing condition waiting periods, which is illegal in Washington state. The products simply don't meet the standards we've established to protect consumers here in Washington, Creedler said. Allowing the sale of these plans isn't the best in the best interest of consumers or fair to the authorized insurance with plans that qualify under the Affordable Care Act. Creedler invited Washington's tribes for consultation in November of 2022 to discuss the company operating as sovereign tribal insurer in Washington. We had thorough, productive discussions with tribal representatives before making any decisions, Creedler said. After those meetings, I'm confident in the action that we are taking. Creedler also pointed out that Washington State has a strong history of working with tribes on issues related to healthcare. The company has 90 days to request a hearing or to be out of the state. So there's already one state that's banned them. Who's next? I'm almost sure they're doing this under a loophole that a lot of states will be like, well, you can't do that. Nobody can compete with you. Plus, you don't meet any of our minimums. Florida payer accuses 5 businesses of schemes to illegally sell. Oh, no. Florida payer accuses 5 businesses of a scheme to illegally sell tribal health plans on June 6, 2022. A Florida payer is accusing 5 businesses who sell or market health plans or of unlawfully providing policies associated with Native American tribes to circumvent state laws. In court documents filed May 31st, the plaintiff, Deerfield Beach, Florida-based health organization, or Health Option 1, said the 5 businesses schemed to sell tribal plans to residents across 11 states and Washington, D.C. The plans were provided by West Valley City, Utah-based Sovereign Nations Insurance, which was established to follow tribal laws, not state. The scheme is nothing short of a bald-faced attempt to reap illegal profits by circumventing the regulation of insurance by states. The lawsuit said it must be stopped. The 5 named businesses include Tenton Falls, New Jersey-based First Enroll, Miami Lakes, Florida-based Kratos Investments, B-Man's Future, RM7 Services, and Infinix Media. The latter 3 businesses are based in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Sovereign Nations Insurance was not named as a defendant. The lawsuit alleges that RM7 Services would generate business leads on it. Listen, and replace RM7 Services with Phil Godlewski. The lawsuit alleges that RM7 Services would generate business leads on individuals who visited its website and sell those leads to Infinix, 7K, which would then sell those leads to Kratos, SNI. Kratos is owned by the same person who owns Beeman's Futures, which would buy the leads from Kratos with the company credit card. Kratos would then contact potential members about the sovereign nation's health plans through a contract with First Enroll, who administered the sovereign nation's plans according to the lawsuit. Marketing and selling the sovereign nation's plans violates the McCarran-Ferguson Act, which allows the states to regulate insurance plans according to law. The lawsuit also says the businesses violated the Lanham Act and unfair competition laws when they sold or marketed sovereign nation plans. The plaintiff seeks damages for an undisclosed amount and a ban on the business continuing any conduct amounts to a violation of New Jersey and other applicable law regulations. Damn. Sounds like exactly what Phil and 7K are doing, doesn't it? Sounds exactly like what Phil and 7K are doing. The McCarran-Ferguson Act declared that the continued regulation and taxation by the several states of the business of insurance is in the public interest, and that silence on the part of the Congress shall not be construed to impose any barrier of the regulation and taxation of such businesses by the several states. It is stated from then on, no act of Congress shall be construed to invalidate, impair, or supersede any law enacted by any state for the purpose of regulating business of insurance. The McCarran-Ferguson Act also limited the application of the antitrust laws to the business insurance, and if to that extent state law regulates that the business of insurance. However, if states do not regulate insurance, the Sherman Act, the Clayton Act, and the Federal Trade Commission Act will still apply.
Pocket maximum. It is also important to note that these services do have a graduated coverage schedule for insureds with a pre-existing condition. A pre-existing condition is defined as any medical condition for which one has experienced signs,
I got you, Yori.
testing, or treatment within 24 months prior to the S&I policy effective date, except for cancer, which has a 5-year look-back period. The chart shown here outlines the coverage schedule for pre-existing conditions. Maternity is also covered under the Sierra Plan when the expected delivery due date is at least 300 days after the S&I policy effective date. A separate deductible
Because I'm a dick.
$5,000.
Shanana, bunch of 26 packs, top-notch investigative journalist. Thank you. I'm surprised I found it as you are. So thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate it, though. Thank you very much. I was able to find a back way in the if I wouldn't have found so when you go to Phil's page, there's nothing to click on, right? There's nothing to click on because they don't want you looking into it. They just want you to call the number so they can sign you up for cheap insurance and tell you the absolute minimum. Tell you the absolute fucking minimum about it. That's what they want to do. They want to, but I was able to find it, so nobody would have known this short of tonight. I mean, somebody would have found it eventually, I'm sure. But I was able to. A lot of people don't know that when you share a page from a website, even if you don't have menu links on it, if there's embedded menus and you haven't done things to protect those menus, you can still find those menus like in Inspect Element. So I was able to find the About Us page, and from the About Us page, everything was there. Mariah would tell you how good I am at finding the back door if you don't believe me. I could find that thing blindfolded. One hand tied I still need one hand to kind of place it, but the other hand tied behind my back. No problem. No problem, okay? I'm good at it. Here we go. Back to the video.
20%.
It's kind of a reverse thrust, lift and thrust, if you know what I mean.
Coinsurance will apply to maternity claims. Sierra has 3 tiers of prescription coverage for low-cost medications. Insureds needing access to maintenance and specialty medications costing over $150 per month will work with an advocate to access their high-cost medications using Sharks.
Jesus.
Insureds get 24/7 access to immediate care with S&I Connected Care, a convenient, no-cost entry point for healthcare needs. In addition to medical telemedicine visits, they will have access to...
They're real proud of that fucking telemed shit.
And
with this plan, you do get 3 mental health visits a year. The other one, you had talked to Sandy, the AI robot who does mental health.
Limited access to a mental health AI chatbot.
There you go.
Additionally, here are just a few more services.
This should be against laws and orders. Chiropractic, $50 copay. Outpatient therapy, $75 copay. Max 10 visits, both those. Mental health substance abuse treatment, $10,000 annual, max for each. Mental health therapy in-person visits, $75 copay. Diagnostic basic labs, x-rays not performed in office, $50 copay, then 20% out of pocket. Diagnostics for a minor, ultrasounds, bone density, echography, I don't know. $100 copay, then 20% out of pocket. Diagnostics, major, MRI, CT, PET, nuclear medicine, etc. $400 copay. If you do an MRI or a CT or a PET scan, it is $400. Then the deductible, then 20% on top of that.
Services and items that are covered under this plan: chiropractic visits, outpatient therapy, which includes physical, speech, and occupational, mental health therapy visits, inpatient substance abuse treatment programs, and diagnostic labs and imaging.
Oh, there you go. Now, it's getting late. My back's hurting. And Mariah's been bitching about how late I've been out at night. This is on the Todd, remember, it's hosted on the Todd Father's fucking shit. But I do have one thing I need to apologize for. When I spoke about Phil Godlewski and him selling Native American plans, I was unaware of his long-standing tribal history. So I will personally back that up and say I would like to apologize and then show some of this evidence. I didn't know about this stuff. I wish I would have. While I'm grabbing it, let's see. Do we have any activity? Oh, yeah, we do.
Me_N_you2 just resubscribed for 9 months. 9 months with me around, I almost feel bad for you. Not. I enjoy the shows, thanks for keeping it real.
Thanks, me and you too. I've been trying to run you off. It hasn't worked.
123 just resubscribed for 6 months. Hello everyone, party popper, party face.
Party face.
Chickaboom1 just resubscribed for 6 months.
Chicka boom boom, I'm chasing dragons. Thank you very much for the prescription. I'm talking about healthcare. Shanananan with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 bits, 500 bits. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I was unaware. I'd like to officially admit a retraction here on the channel. I was unaware of Phil's long-standing history and ancestry. So I would like to take a moment to go over that. So here are a couple photos I was able to dig up from the National Archives. And here's where they start. So that would be that's Phil and Carrie. I had no idea, to be honest with you. That's Phil and Carrie. This is when they went to Lake Havasu, I believe. The reservation out there at Havasu. This oh, this is hates his little bighorn. Chief. Son of Chief hates his little bighorn. That bothered me the whole time. I read that name. I feel really bad about it. Grifts like wind. I don't know if you guys know this guy. Grifts like wind. He was only a single feather chief. He was oh, this is oh man, this this is a couple of young children of that tribe. You can see there you go. That is some it is a snaggletooth, I'll tell you that much. It comes by it honest, don't they? This is Chief Humping Miners. Someone said in chat, Chief Humping Miners. Now he was an elderly chief that he went a long way there. He was a lot of people didn't like him, especially if they had kids, but I don't. He seemed like a pretty good guy to me. Oh, lady overlapping front teeth, overlapping teeth here. Lady overlapping teeth. These two neckbands she wears are meant to signify the way her teeth should appear. One here and one here. And then when her warrior was gone to battle, she put them like this, and one kind of stuck out like that. So that's a little bit of history there, if you didn't know. I'd like to thank you for that. And this guy you can name, okay? This guy you can name. I'm not sure who he is, but there you go. There he is. Oh shit! These are all from Austin Miller. Thank you very much for sending those in. It's getting too late. I'm gonna cover Phil's intel part tomorrow. The insurance was enough. We've exposed him. Don't let anybody tell you Phil's selling insurance without you responding. It's fucking tribal insurance and may not even be legal. It's already been banned in Washington and is about to in Washington State and is about to be banned in New Jersey. Don't let anybody tell you. Don't let anybody say it without you fucking responding back. It's tribal insurance that doesn't cover a goddamn thing. A goddamn thing about an AI chatbot. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it. Thank you for the donation and support tonight. A couple of really good dono clips. Thank you for that. I appreciate the dono clips. They're very fun, very interactive. A large donation on Buy Me a Coffee and some people donating through still through bits and stuff. So thank you for that, guys. It's almost 1 a.m. here. I'm out of here for the night. Everybody have a good night. We'll cover Phil's intel tomorrow or maybe the next day, something like that. But thank you for everything. I appreciate it, and we'll see everybody on the next one. Have a good one, guys. I take my dad to the hospital tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll game. I don't know if I'll game anymore tomorrow, but I might. I'll let you guys know. Have a good one. I've not been getting home till like 3 and 4 o'clock. I'm gonna leave early today.
This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away, burn away.
Busted his ass. He can't do shit without us getting a hold of it. Sovereign nations insurance. You can, let's see. It's called the McCarran-Ferguson Act. Yeah, I can post it in chat. Here you go. I don't know how much it actually means today, but I'll post it in chat. Who just asked me for that? Rumble. Okay, here it is. I'll also post it in Telegram if anybody's interested. Before I forget, I'll just do it now. I know that Rumble doesn't make the links clickable, but hopefully you can long press on it and something, or copy it or something maybe. Thank you guys. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you in the next one. Shut up, Mariah. So fucking mad. I can't even talk about it. See you guys.